Sorry, y'all. I didn't bring my coffee in here or my water. Just came in here. Put the phone on the thing. Hey, y'all, I'm back. I had to get some food. I hadn't ate since yesterday. I said, let me get some groceries in my stomach. Hey. Hey, Miss Michelle. Oh, I'm full, too. It's crazy. Thank you, Dad. Oh, this is wrong. Is this fuzzy? Do I got fingerprints on there? Probably. It is what it is. Hey, Miss Thurman. Hey. I'm sad we didn't get to get through what I wanted to get through earlier. We went a whole different way as usual. I be trying to stay on one thing, and y'all be like, she all over the place. Well, quit asking me questions. I can't do hey pumpkin. Listen. Being for 17 folks trying to answer questions and teach a class, it'd be a difficult at some time, you know. Okay, y'all don't gotta report that to me every time. I know it's been 3 years, and this ain't the first time we didn't have a fake page, and it won't be the last. I'm gonna say the same thing I always say: report them and keep it moving. I don't even go checking for them, but they've been doing it for 3 years. Y'all know this, so just block them or whatever you gotta do and keep it moving. People weird. What can I do about it? Because if I report them, they don't even take them down. So, there's nothing I can do about it. Y'all know I ain't doing no readings, period. Thank you. Hey, y'all. Y'all know I ain't doing no readings. Hey. Ooh. I have to sit back a little bit. Yeah. I told you I don't want to be nobody else but myself. That's it. It took me a long time to be okay with being me, and I'm finally okay with it, and that's just it. Hey, Kenya. So, there were some things that people addressed earlier, but I really wanted to get through the rest of what we read. So we'll do that if y'all okay with it. Hey, Nick, because we got all the way off, which is fine. A lot of people, we was on for a long time. I only meant to be on for 2 hours because I wanted to go somewhere, and I spent the whole day in here with y'all, so... And it was nice today. It's probably going to be cold tomorrow. Y'all know how my bones is set up. I need to get out on the days that it's warm. So I'm going to have to pay attention to that next time. But the mystery sickness. Did we know about a mystery sickness about a month ago? I need my shoes. Anybody remember somebody in our school telling us about a mystery sickness where they at in Trinidad? I think it's Trinidad. Y'all remember? It's supposed to get to 50 degrees tomorrow. Oh, okay, because you knew I was about to pull the shirt out on you, didn't you? You already knew, Mr. Sarky B. You knew I was about to bring out the class rules on you, didn't you? He knew too. He said, don't mind me. Oh, okay. Oh, all right now. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. So, you remember Honeybee. You remember Shaniqua? Y'all don't is it Miss Lauren that it's not Miss Lauren. Lord, please remember. Y'all know it's a lot of y'all and one of me. I cannot think of her name. But we have a sister. I think it's Lauren. I think it might be Lauren. If it's not Lauren, I can't remember exactly who it is. Don't kill me. But we have someone that lives in Trinidad. And she told us a month ago No, I just got in here, Pumpkin. Miss Glenda. I just got in here. But listen. Y'all remember a month ago when the North Carolina stuff was happening, she told us that there was a mysterious illness. Right? Y'all remember this? You remember, Miss Rhodes. You good, Pumpkin. You remember? Now that same, I bet you, because they kept telling them they didn't know what it was. How much you want to bet is whatever they're trying to say didn't came from Africa right now? This mysterious illness, I bet you. I don't know for sure. But they're saying the exact same thing that she said they were saying in right, right, right. So it is Lauren. It is Lauren. Hey. So now that was over a month ago. 2 months now. It was 2 months because it was when the North Carolina stuff was happening. And that's been 2 months. So now the mysterious, yep, it was Lauren. The mysterious illness that showed up in America. But it was in Trinidad. When they were saying they don't know what it is and they don't, it's all of these symptoms or whatever. She was saying that's what they were saying, and now it's showing up. Now they saying it's coming from Africa or wherever it's coming from, but it was already in Trinidad. You said, sis, people around my side of town in Mississippi are all just having heart attacks out of nowhere. Y'all been seeing a lot of lights in the sky. I just seen a brother talking about that on TikTok. I reshared that post that he said about the UFOs. Did you see it? I'm going to tell you what the odds is, India. This young man described it perfectly. Hold on. I'm very sorry and I apologize. Hold on 1 second. I figured out what they're doing, and I'm about to connect all the dots. Now, what if I told you that those UFOs are not really UFOs that they're talking about in the mass media? They are basically drones that has a direct energy weapon that has a space-based laser generating system that can create pestilence. Everything that you're seeing taking place is the epitome of frequency warfare. They can engineer asymmetrical biochemical warfare because the frequencies from the direct energy weapon can cause neurological misfire, it can manipulate your nervous system, and it can also put holes in your auric field and make you depressed. So, it's not a coincidence that the United Healthcare CEO was just unalived. While simultaneously you have these UFOs, which are basically drones that extract direct energy weapon beams that can manipulate your physiology and your neurological capacity. So one thing you got to understand about this simulation that we're living in, everything operates on a cyclum of a cycle, which is a pattern. And those patterns operates on the frequencies of time that is being manipulated by the three-dimensional construct. What you're looking at is a smoke screen, right? It's part of the dualistic paradox of illusions. So what you seeing in the sky ain't no damn UFOs. Those are drones that have direct energy weapons that's coming from the Luciferian Anunnaki faction, right? Now, do I think they all drones? No. But do I think some of them is drones? Yes. Do I think they UFOs? No. Do I think they're angelic beings? Yes. You want to know why? Thank you. Y'all remember the story we read about how in Jasher about how God let the angels come and fly over all of those soldiers and they all had a stroke at one time? Y'all remember we read that story? Who remembers that story? You don't think God can still do the same thing now? You said Havana syndrome? I don't know that I've ever heard of it. And he said that men's hearts were going to be given out with fear. A lot of people are nervous about what's coming. Are we that bad? Hell yeah. Have you ever had an ex and anything that reminded you of them, you burned it? Uses energy waves to make people sick all at once. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, then you probably wouldn't understand. You ever had an ex best friend that you don't talk to no more, and you burned all your pictures that y'all was in? You just didn't want to see nothing that reminded you of them. I ran to my room. Oh, okay. Well, then I don't know. You probably won't understand. But yes, we're that bad. People can hurt you so bad you don't want nothing to do with. You don't even want to see their face, and that's exactly what God is about to do. Humans have made him so sick to his stomach. He's just gonna start all the way over. You said you're not a hater. You might have missed what I was saying, Pumpkin. It's nothing. I said, have you ever had a person that's done you wrong and you don't want nothing to do with them? Oh, okay. Anyway, well, I got some folks I done burned out of pictures and cut them out of my pictures, and anything that they left at my house, it was going away because I don't even want to have to see you for you to come get it. So I don't even want you to have a reason to ever have to come back this way. That ain't nothing about a hater. I don't want you in my presence. Mm-mm. Not one reason. Come on, Andy. You said amen. Listen, honey, you ain't had no people do you dirty then, maybe. But I didn't have some folks that I was good to that was crazy. I don't want you to have no reason to come back over here. What is you? I'll change my phone number and move. Change my social media and everything. I don't want you to have no way to contact me whatsoever. No reason to even breathe the same air I'm breathing. I don't want you not breathing, but I don't want you breathing the air I'm breathing. Peace. Come on. Mm-mm. I cut you out of every picture. I don't have no problem with it. Because I want to remember me. I just don't want to remember you. I had a great time. I don't have to remember that you was there with me. Mm-mm. 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 Throw jewelry in every girl. You know how I told y'all how many wedding rings I went through when I was married. I'm sure that man bought me 5 wedding rings. All of them either went to the garbage, thrown out into the lawn, or out of the window, down the toilet. He said, just because you throw your ring away don't mean you ain't married. I said, yeah, but that ring don't mean nothing, so there's no reason for me to have it on my hand. And I chunk it out the window while he driving. Did. I'm still married, and I'm going to act like I'm married. But you got a ring on your finger, and you don't act like you are, so it don't mean nothing. This ring don't mean nothing. And chunk it out the window. I start buying rubber ones. Don't spend no more money on a ring for me. Don't buy nothing. A matter of fact, I'm just going to tell people I'm married. They know. Because I act like I'm married. You wear a ring and you still don't act like you married. So, what's the point of the ring? When you played the video, I ran to the back so my husband could hear it. I'm not. Oh, do you want me to play it again? I'm a symbolic person, but I'm not gonna fake nothing. I know that rings symbolize our commitment to each other, but if you're not committed to me, then there's absolutely no reason for me to be trying to wear no. That's why I never cared about an expensive ring. You know, some chicks get an expensive ring, but their husband don't never value them or honor them. I'd rather have a rubber ring and my husband honors me than have a big fat rock and everybody else can say that they know where my husband is and I don't know. I don't care about no nice ring. I want what the ring represents, not what it looked like. UFOs are not really UFOs that they're talking about in the mass media. I figured out what they're doing, and I'm about to connect all the dots. Now, what if I told you that those UFOs are not really UFOs that they're talking about in the mass media? They're basically drones that has a direct energy weapon that has a space-based laser generating system that can create pestilence. Everything that you're seeing taking place is the epitome of frequency warfare. They can engineer asymmetrical biochemical warfare because the frequencies from the direct energy weapon can cause neurological misfire, it can manipulate your nervous system, and it can also put holes in your org field and make you depressed. So, it's not a coincidence that the United Healthcare CEO was just unalived. While simultaneously, you have these UFOs, which are basically drones that extract direct... Okay. But we talked about that headache machine for crowds. It's basically the same thing. I didn't know what it was called. But do y'all remember when we talked about how they break up crowds and we went and looked that up? And how they put that big old, look like a, what you call it? And they've, of course, updated the system now. But it looked like a speakerphone type thing or whatever. And it'll cause everybody in the crowd to get a headache. When they want to disperse big crowds, they don't gotta beat nobody or nothing. They can just put that up even like a mile away, and everybody within that radius, they can beam it to where the crowd is, and everybody will start to get a headache. That's crazy. I've been so depressed and miserable and in pain lately. Interesting. Also check your thoughts. Walisha. Is it Walisha? You know our thoughts can make us sick, right? Who knows that your thoughts can make you sick? Right? We know that. Our thoughts can make us sick. Oh, you did? Yeah, your thoughts make you sick. Continuing to think on something that makes you angry can make you have a stroke or a heart attack. Right? Hey, right? Yeah, because the more worked up you become, the higher your blood pressure is. That's what causes a heart attack and stroke. The blood ain't moving around like it needs to. So thoughts can make you sick. If you continually think about sad things and things that made you sad and you're crying. Are you serious? Y'all. Why they just block my live? Misinformation. It's natural for people to have different opinions. They be playing. Oh, Lord. Whatever. Girl. Like we don't got another one. We got another TikTok. I guess they forgot. Good job. Yeah, no, they blocked it, but we got another TikTok. I guess they forgot. They forgot. They be forgetting we got too. They forgot we got two now. Come on, quit playing. Energy weapon beams. This man literally got views. They playing. Y'all know they got us. Come on over to Tadnot Place. It is what it is. Bye. Listen, I do not know how but y'all know they got us. Come on over to Tadnot. Go and do something with yourselves. Go and do something with yourselves. Don't do that. Mm-hmm. They be playing. Yeah, they forgot we got two. But that's why I be telling you, they do it every time. I ain't worried about it. That's why we got another one, and it's another one too, just in case. I see people bully and cuss each other out on all the time on TikToks. Listen, the NWO don't like us. I keep trying to tell y'all that. Thank you, India. Y'all know what it is? No, the people have been here. Again. You got your dehydrator? Congratulations. Well, get working. Thank you so much, girl. Amazon, our favorite store, is on sale for about $27 and some change. $27. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ain't nobody worried about them. They'll be all right. Because this man has this whole video. So, you playing. Y'all ain't banned his video, but you do mine. How many views he got on that video? Let's see. And I reshared it. Let's see. He got 86,000 views. Thank you. 86,000 views. And you blocked me? He got, let me see how many shares he got. 2,000 shares and 86,000 views, and you blocked me. Interesting. Interesting. It is what it is. Anyway, back to what I was saying. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you know the people is over here. The owls is over here. Auntie, I got hit with earlier's class, but the epiphany didn't hit till about an hour ago. So earlier's class was a warning. But I was in and out of sleeping. Wait a minute, which part? Oh, what? Okay, so because we was on there for a long time and we talked about a lot of different stuff, but one of the pieces in there, whatever it was a warning. Good job. You said you got your head busted to the white meat in the middle of your sleep. So I was talking to you in your sleep too, huh? I was just rewatching in the first hour. Interesting. Well, let me go get my shoes. You said you a factor and he probably is not, ma'am. Well, this the thing, right? Well, two things. Remember I told y'all, and people that, oh, whatever. No, they figured out that the things that we talk about over here really happen. And they pay attention. They have paranormal parts of the government. They study clairvoyance and have them interact in warfare and all kind of stuff. They know it's real. The people that's on here cutting up, fighting, cussing, getting drunk, doing all that, they never block them. You said they trying to send a blizzard back to the Carolinas. Listen, thank you so much, y'all. Y'all want to hear something? This wasn't even supposed to be this color. This copper, it was supposed to be the color of my shoes. The tan color, or like the dark, not the tan, but the dark is, it's like a rusty brown, and then the chocolate, it was supposed to be the rusty brown. This is not rusty brown. It's whole copper, but we're going to work with it. I appreciate you. So, it is what it is. Wait, I got to show y'all, though. Because this are 2000s, ladies. Hold on. It's got the bell bottoms on it, so we can wear them with the heels, you know. It's the 90s vibe. That's what I was, early 2000s. Thank you. Oh, I'm not. You hear me? So, if I was going somewhere, I had me some open toes on, but I didn't get to go nowhere today. That was the plan, but y'all made me stay in the house. What was I go? Y'all just made me. What was I about to go get? It was something I was about to go get. What was we talking about? What was we talking about right before that? You said Foxy. Not shoes. Right before that. No. Before that. Not shoes. We was talking about something else right before that. The Carolinas. It was something I wanted to show y'all. The government. Oh, right. That they know about clairvoyance, and they use those things. Let me get my shoes on. Thank you, Auntie. That's what it was. Don't hit my toe on that. I'm like, it was something I was going here to get my shoes. Sorry, y'all. Just went ahead and went to the restroom, so I don't gotta do it for a minute. Okay. Sorry, I couldn't remember. See, I be answering, and sometimes I don't remember. No. Not the shoes. I'm not. No. I was going to get my slides so I don't hit my feet on this. Nothing just happened. Oh, they blocked us, girl. You know how they do. Whenever we get to getting too close to the truth, they always want to. I could be on here cussing people out. Nothing's going to happen. But if I talk about the truth, oh no, you're blocked. We bet. Right. Thank you, Amazon. So, what I do want to show y'all is what we will be sending out. Are y'all ready? And to those of you that just want to buy it for yourself, you can. You don't have to tell me where it's cheaper, where else you can find it. I'm just showing y'all. Okay? You got me? You hear me? Because I know how y'all do. You ready? Yes. Okay. I know how y'all do. Bombard me with information. That's why I be forgetting. So this is what I was telling y'all about. This is what we're going to be sending out. We're sending out 4 of these. And it's a cast iron bread pan. So if it ain't no, oven, electric oven or gas oven, you can put your bread dough in here, let it rise in here, and put this on the top of your wood burning stove. Yeah, it's 4 of them. that we're giving out to people now. You have to have a wood burning stove in order to get this. You hear me? That's the qualification. You have to have a wood burning stove already. And this is for the people that believed some of the things that I said, and they prepped, and they believed that it was gonna be a cold winter, and they went ahead and they got their oven. Okay? So if you already have a wood burning stove, you have one already? You have one of these? Or you saying you have a wood burning stove? You gotta be specific. But you can put this over an open fire. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying. This is for, we're only sending out 4, but this is if you already have a wood burning stove and you went ahead and prepped and got one, this is for that. Okay, we got a couple things that we're sending out to people that already prepped. Now, you cannot get 2 or 3 things, so there's gonna be 4 of those. And remember, I told y'all it's 3 or 4 days. I can't remember how many was in the box. But this is a fan, a heat operated fan that you sit down on the top of your wood burning stove, and it just turns on because it's heat activated. You don't need any batteries or solar power. Hi, kid. You see ya? How was your day? Did I try to call you today? Or yesterday and you didn't answer? You sent me the voicemail? I did. Or was that yesterday? Did I talk to you yesterday? Maybe I said I was going to call you and I didn't. Sorry. Hold on. Let me see. What day did I talk to you? Oh, no, you're right. That was the other day. Wait a minute. Let me check my iPad. You might be trying to make me think I'm crazy. Hold on. Oh, you're right. It was Tuesday. Okay, sorry. I feel like maybe I said I was going to call you today. Then I don't know why I feel like I called you today and I didn't. Okay, I'm sorry. Are you all right? Are you okay? Thank you. Got my whole 2000s going on. Okay. I love you. Are you off work? Or are you at work? Did you know I had the talk? My locks. Thank you. I appreciate it. Did you know that did you know that I had the talk? Did you get the memo? Okay. Okay. I was I was pretty nice. Do you want me to call you? He said that's my dog. Hilarious. Not on Miss Dog. All right, well I'll take that. Longest we here, I'm okay. Long as we here, I'm okay. Thank you, I appreciate it. So, back to what I was saying, y'all. I love you, little girl. Okay. Okay. Listen, I don't want to know. I'm just saying, in order for you to, okay, let me clear that up. In order for you to get the bread pan, thank you. I love you too. In order for you to get the bread pan, you have to have a wood burning stove. That is the criteria for that. The fan is you need to have a wood burning stove because those are 2 things that, I mean, you could use that over an open fire, I guess, right? But I'm trying to reward the people that did prep and they listened to a crazy lady that they didn't know and they went ahead and rearranged their finances And I want to bless y'all too, because there are some people that took this serious. Some people waited to the last minute, right? They've been here this whole time, and they just now start prepping. It makes me sad, but it is what it is. Okay, I don't need to know if you have one, y'all. That's what, Miss Lolita. I don't need to know if you have one. You put that on the thing where you send it if you want to try to get one of the ones. I don't need to know. You send proof. Are you okay? You send proof of that when you send me the email and your address. And I don't need just, I would like the thing. It's only 4. So I would like this, or I would like the heat fan. You decide. Okay? But I want to know that you purchased it, because a lot of people say, "Oh, I just want." No, no, no. This is for the people that I know they've been on their stuff and they ain't been slacking, and they've been getting their stuff together. You hear me? We always try to give back here more than one way if we can, but we also want to reward the people that took God's word seriously when He was saying these things are going to be happening. You hear me? Because a lot of people I know, they didn't believe. Even though they had been here and seeing the stuff happening, they didn't believe, so they didn't pray. They didn't even start. They didn't go to no food banks. They didn't do nothing. They spent their money doing what they wanted, which is on you. You hear me? Can't nobody make you do nothing, right? But there was things that you could have done to prep, and so we gonna reward the people that took the time to do so, and that's okay, because God rewards you for being diligent and listening. He does. You hear me? So, you said you have a wood stove and have another double door buck stove if anyone is in and see it. Okay, Amy. There goes somebody that don't have a wood. If you don't got a wood stove, Amy trying to bless somebody. Amy Art, thank you, Amy. I love our community. You hear me? There you go. So if you close to North Carolina, she got a wood stove and a double door. But what's a double door buck stove? Oh, is that the square one that kind of look like a TV? What's the name? Some people put them in their living rooms. It kind of looked like the old school TV, like square, and it got the doors on it. Is that a double? Let me look it up. And it's 2 levels. Okay. You might have just told me something. I think I seen one before, but yeah. Yeah. Yep. Dang! You giving that, girl, y'all better, wow. Are you saying this what you got at your house, or are you giving one away? Girl. Yeah, that's a blessing for real. Could it be a wood stove to be used indoors? That's what this one is for. It's camping, but you can use it indoors too, as long as you got ventilation. That's what I got. What I did, I got the accordion thing that goes, it's called a double door buck stove. I have one for me, and also I have one extra. I got it as an extra as a yard sale. Listen, you are a blessing. So if somebody is North Carolina, we are trying to prepare communities here in North Carolina. Okay. Okay. This is the thing. If you have if you're close to North Carolina, there you go. But listen though. No, I don't need it. Don't tell nobody send me nothing, Kika. I don't need anything. That she's saying if somebody is near North Carolina, that they can. She got it at a garage sale, and if they need it, she can give it to them. Don't tell nobody send nothing to me. Thank you. I don't need nothing sent here. I don't have room for the stuff I already have. That's why I'm telling people, I ain't even, the stuff that is about to get sent to your house is getting sent straight to your house. It's not coming here. I'm not ordering nothing unless I gotta put a bucket or a box together. It's going straight to your house because there's too much stuff in my house already. I can't even move around in here. And I didn't do that to myself. I know some other people that who shall remain nameless. Let's take it a moment of silence for the walls in my house. There's not one that don't got nothing on it. Listen. Crazy. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Lord Jesus. Well, just hold on to it for a minute. Because I don't got nowhere to put it. I don't have anywhere to put anything. I promise I don't. I don't have nowhere to put nothing. There's no more space. And I know most grittier people be like, I ain't turning down nothing. Well, yeah. That ain't my story. No, thank you. Because, I mean, I don't want it to be getting messed up. I don't want to have to build another shelf. I'm still waiting on my bigger space. I don't know what God is going to do with that. But moving on. That's not what we came over here to talk about. Ain't no spot on that shelf. All the books ain't on there. It's books right here and books. It's a stack of books in my room. There is not one spot. You are not seeing clearly. You cannot see clearly now. The books are gone. They're all in my room on the floor. Like, no. They not here. That part. You're not seeing clearly. The books they are not gone. They're in my room. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I love you too. Back to what I was saying. We want to bless the people that have been prepping. I don't always get on here, but there's a lot of good cheap hunting and camping stuff on Temu. I know, Punky. Everybody been on it. To be honest with you, probably in the last 7 to 8 months, people that probably didn't take this serious are taking it more serious. I waited for my bigger space for 4 years. I thought I was on punishment. Praise God, I'm packing boxes right now. Yeah, I'm not in no rush. I ain't tripping. Oh, I've learned to be okay in whatever space he put me in. I'm okay. As y'all can see, I'm not tripping. I'm not like grueling about it or anything because then that's more space I got to clean up and I don't want to. I just want a garage or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have the same amount of house space as long as I got like a basement or a garage to put the things that I'm not using all the time. So everything is not just so compact. I ain't tripping. I don't need no big space. I just need a garage or a basement added on to what I already got. I live in Michigan, have not been able to find a stove or lights. Really? What part of Michigan do you live in, Mr. Kenneth? You said, I know you are. I wasn't okay. Well, I just keep, but see, this the thing. I be getting rid of stuff I don't need. If I don't use it, I'm not keeping it. I get rid of it. I mean, not the stuff y'all give me, but like the stuff I've had, like clothes and stuff. If I can't fit them, if I can't wear them, I'm not keeping them. I'll be sending boxes to cousins and kids and giving them away, taking them to Goodwill. Like, I'm not going to, I don't want to live in a museum. That's my thing. I lived in a museum as a kid. I don't want to live in a museum as an adult. So is that like a small town, Mr. Kenneth? Do y'all get Amazon? You said take it if you need it. Right. Right. Put it on the curb. Somebody will come by and get it. Do you have Amazon? Or Temu? Because they got all that stuff for the low on Temu. And Amazon if you can find it on the price. I don't even know how to say it. Whispalanti. Ypsilanti. How do you say it? How do you say that? Ypsilanti. Ipsy. Well, that's where he said he at. Is that like a little bitty town? Ypsilanti. Ypsi. Oh, Ypsilanti. Okay. You were born and raised there? Interesting. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Okay. Ypsilanti. Ypsilanti. Well, where, what? You live in Michigan too. Well, I'm just, okay. But I'm just saying, he was saying that he hadn't been able to find light bulbs or the stove. And I'm like, if you can't find them in the store, Amazon and Temu, they gonna have them and they gonna have them for the low. But I didn't know, because you know how some rural towns, they not delivering way out there. You might have to go to the next town over to go to an Amazon box to pick up, because you're in such a rural area that they not coming way out where you are because you out in the middle of nowhere. I don't know. I haven't seen no Book of No on YouTube, honey. I don't know. I don't look at books on YouTube. That's I don't know. I read the Book of Noah that's online, but I haven't watched it. You said HSN and QVC have some stuff too. I haven't seen it. I send Amazon packages to friends all the time. Okay. Amazon, sir. You hear me? Mr. McDonald? I'll be right back. And then we're going to finish class. I know what I need. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. I know what I didn't do. I forgot. Yep. Okay. I'm back, y'all. Baby girl, how many times I gotta say no, I haven't seen it, and no, I don't know. You asked the same question 3 times, and I answered it 3 times. I said I haven't seen it. I don't know. I read it, and you asked me the same question in a different way or made a statement, and I said no the first time. Just because you changed the way you're stating it, I gave you the same answer, babe. I said no the first time you asked us. I haven't seen it. Ah, shoot, Kenya. We got a new baptism and a rededication. Come on in then. The heavens rejoice for that baby going down in Jesus' name today. Come on in then. The heavens is rejoicing. You know what? One thing I know about this class, honey, they gonna get on it. If God gets the trouble in y'all hearts, y'all don't play around. God say get out of fornication. Y'all getting married. If you've been in a relationship of adultery, y'all cutting it off. I said the word is becoming medicine around here, honey. The word is alive and well and working. You hear me? It ain't about the numbers. It's about what's going on over here. You hear me? And it's a whole bunch of transition and coming back and stopping stuff. It's a lot of great things that happens in this community. No matter what nobody say about the head of it. Mm-hmm. Because they talk good and crazy, but the proof is in the pudding, babe. It worked. It sure do work. So, we ain't changing the formula because folks is still walking towards God. They ain't running away from him. They're walking towards him. They cutting out stuff he not pleased with and they lining up. I'm excited. Because folks done had boyfriends they've been with and all kinds of stuff for years and was faithful churchgoers and was still getting their back cracked. Came over here and was like, yeah, nah, I don't go to the church that much, but I definitely ain't getting my back cracked and I ain't cracking no backs. You hear me? There's a lot of things. People quit touching stuff that wasn't theirs. All kinds of things happen. So, hey, you said, baby daddy, I just let him go this year. Come on. Nakia said, yeah, mm-hmm. I just let go of some, yep, did. See? See what happens? Listen, the word is medicine. If it don't change your life, what is you doing? If it don't change the way you live, what you going to church for? And not only where people can see you, but when they can't. Yeah, I let that man go and went down and started a new covenant. Oh, so you let a man go too? You said what? You said you let that man go. You got a new covenant with that and Jesus. Ain't think about it. Come on in here. Come on in here. I say do it. I say come on in. Come on in here. You said what? You hear me? You said what? Did. Listen, the Bible say actual sin is the only sin that you commit against your own body. You ain't hurting nobody but yourself when you live in sexual immorality. Other sins, you probably offended someone else. But sexual immorality, you've offended God because you expect him to live in your house. So if we can say it in a way that we can all understand, he in the closet listening. He might not be in the room, but he can't walk out because you busy. And he don't want to be a part of none of that. But because you're the house of God, where he's supposed to go. You said almost 2 years gone. Come on, Miss Rose. Bow, bow. You said what? Is. You can't want him to be there and your man too. And you ain't married. You can't want him to be there and you got 14 girlfriends that you seeing in a month, babe. He don't want no parts of it. He said, I'll wait till you done. I'll wait till you finish with all of that. Because I want you to love me and respect me. And you can't be doing all of that. Now, if you married, I'm turning my eyes. It ain't got nothing to do with that. The marriage bed is under fire. But if you ain't, how many people have lost their life because they got too comfortable being with somebody else's person? And the person whom the other person belonged to came home early. And they were so enthralled in what it is and in the mix of what they was doing, they didn't even know danger was coming right on up the stairs. Sometimes you don't make it to get in the closet, and sometimes you don't make it to get out the window or the back door. You said definitely defiling your temple. Exactly. Sometimes you don't get to make it to the door. And you don't know when it's going to be the time that you don't get to make it to the door. Y'all know the story about the girl that didn't get to make it to the door. She kept running away. Is it Judges 18 or Judges 19? Y'all remember? Let that be a lesson. She kept sneaking out on her husband. Remember? And the last time her husband went to go get her back, she never made it back to the house. She made it back, but she never made it in. She died on the doorstep. You said, yep, Judges 19. Ain't nobody got time to be playing with none of that. This might be the last time. Even if they don't got nobody, God can let you walk out their house and get into a car accident and you die in your sin. No. Because you didn't walk out the house and kissed them and told them, I'll see you again. I'll see you later. What we doing this weekend? So you intend on sinning again. You done planned out your sin for 4 days later. Like you know if you gonna make it till later. No. You said that's what I kept thinking too, girl. And he was putting it on your heart. A car crash. And I didn't even know. But that's crazy. And it be flashes of the future. Like if you don't change your ways, that's what it be. I already know about them premonitions. And it be him showing you what could happen if you don't change. Not gonna lie, sis, I was here before my car wreck that paralyzed me in 2000. Thank you for telling us. So you just confirmed it because people think I be talking crazy. I'm trying to tell you how he do. I know, girl, you can tell me, honey, my house almost burned down, baby. It was all kinds of, I said, I ain't playing no more. And I wasn't married. I was single and I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? But still, like, God said no. I told you I almost lost my leg. Then he messed up the other one. Don't nobody got time to be playing. Them people was talking about amputate my leg, y'all. I was 32. I know, but you speak truth, and I'm thankful for you to best believe I quit. I'm trying to tell you, this is the thing. People don't believe because think about this. Now, so you know, me and you, here we go, right here. You got to open your legs to commit the sin. So either they got to walk to you, or you have got to walk to them. We just read about that today. And he said, oh, okay. Even though I wasn't out here with I was with one person, but I was in fornication. He said, you trying to be loyal to sin. How is you? I ain't no cheater. I ain't this. And you in fornication. He said, you cheating on me. You're being loyal to a man that you've been with for 3 years, and you've been in fornication for 3 years. How you think I'm supposed to be happy because you loyal to sin? You're not married. You said, I'm toast. Listen. God don't care. Oh, me and my boyfriend been together 10 years in fornication. So you was loyal to fornication, babe? That's all you told me. You was loyal to your sin. That's all you said to me. You didn't say too much or nothing. I was loyal to my sin too. Wow, just hearing them words, being loyal to sin. Right. You won't cheat on them, they'll cheat on you. Maybe they keep cheating on you because you cheat on God. CERCA. You said that was me until I got married. Oh. Hallelujah. Anyhow. Never gonna let them problems get me down. Hold you. How you say hallelujah anyhow. So I guess we all, it's some people that ain't gonna say it, but they amen. Just say amen. Right. See? I guess having one burned leg wasn't enough for me. Cause now I got a torn ACL on the elbow. Ooh, Jesus. Ah! You won't use those legs to go open no door no more. Not comfortably. And even if you is getting flipped around, you're going to have to be careful because that knee might pop out. You said you like pain, huh? You said you wanted to show him how you can use your meg knees. Oh, okay. Let's see how that's gonna work out. You said, "Ooh, oh my God, it's true, Lord. Please forgive me." Just realizing the sin. You said, sister, stories I can tell you about us both being big dummies back then, baby. I know how I go. The devil will have you all hyped up in your sin, girl. Listen. You said, "Oh my days." See, people tell the truth around here. You ain't got to live fake over here. We don't judge you for. This is a real place. They stole our stuff. Do y'all realize that we listen and we don't judge? It's WOIU. I just realized that. That we listen and we don't judge? How many crazy things have we heard on here and we be like, okay, come back tomorrow. Thinking we weren't doing anything but getting back at each other. And baby was slapping yourself in the face. Quit hitting yourself. Quit hitting yourself. Why you keep hitting yourself? Quit hitting yourself. This is exactly what you do. Yes, because I used to always say, I'm going to be loyal. I'm a loyal bee. Uh-huh. A ride or die, honey, to sin. And God said, oh, but you cheating on me. What interest? God, why they keep cheating on me? He said, because you keep cheating on me. They don't never put me first, God, because you don't put me first. Like, think about how crazy that sounds. That we are begging God to ask somebody to be faithful to us when we cheating on him. God, you see how he do me? He said, have you noticed that's how you... Really? Like, are you serious right now? You said they only come around when they want something from you and then they're gone? And you see them with somebody else. Interesting. Really? You mean like how you do me? When they not treating you right, you come over here. I fix you up. And then as soon as they come back, you bit. And you want to cry to me back. Right. Okay. It makes a lot of sense now. Wow. Right. Listen, you said loyalty to a married man, 18 years, the Lord do. See? And y'all, you see how our classes go. I did it, and her punished the very part I was using. Oh, and he punished the very part I was using. I had a partial hysterectomy at 23 and a full at 30. This is the stuff I come here for. This right here. You see what that is? That's we listen and we don't judge. But you know what else this is? I feel it. This is telling somebody else, get out before it's too late or don't even start it. It's somebody in here that a married person been trying to hit on them and they said they wasn't, but they keep entertaining it. Let this be the lesson. This baby said she was on it. At 23, she had to have a part. She said, what I was using to sin against God, that's what he punished. I was using and at 23, he took part of it. And at 30, he took the rest of it. You hear me? I got my own story. I showed y'all my leg. And y'all seen me with the brace on the other one. Ain't nobody got time to be playing. No. He said, you're going to keep on opening them. You won't be able to close them. And it wasn't to a whole bunch of people. I was loyal to the sin. That's why I said it's a lot of people. It's a lot of women with ovarian cancer and different types of cancer. And if you look at how they used to live, it's a men, a lot of men that were loose with they pose, they got a lot of prostate problems. Or it don't work. Because when they were supposed to be using it for the right thing, they didn't. They used it all the time for the wrong. And so now, it don't even work. I think that's why I had my kids so young. Yeah. I told you, they told my mom at like 13. They said that she got cervical cancer and she'll never have children. Well, not cervical cancer. They said it was abnormal cells. I hadn't even had no kids yet. Right? When you're truly a child of God, he whoop you different. Girl. What'd he say? He said to those that know and don't do it, you're going to be beat with many stripes. I'm not going to tell you no more. Don't go over that house. I said, I'm going to get you. I done told. All right. He be like this. You keep on cutting up. He say, hey, stop. Hey, stop. I'm not going to tell you again to stop. Hey, stop. You so big in your sin that you don't even see him grabbing the cat of nine tails, about to kick and move everything out the way and come down on you. You don't even see it. You don't even see The discipline because he loved you, because he could have let you keep going until you ran out in front of a car. You said, ouch. Me too. And 8 kids later, one came with tubes being tied, and she saved my life because I was living careless, and God said, I know how to slow you down. Now she's 8. I was called crazy for not messing around, but watch my family and friends lose out due to the sins of the body. Auntie, I'm trying to tell you. They said the same thing about you at 17. Girl, listen. See how we all be having. Yeah. I was getting towed up because I honestly was way worse. And I was crazy too. Girl. Nigga, he had me getting skull drugged. You hear me? Listen. When he said he gonna let them your lovers come in and tear you up. Yeah, fight for my life, nigga. Trying to get out like in the cartoons where you see the cat pounce on them, and then all you see is smoke, and then you see your hand, and you hear like that. Nigga trying to fight out, and before you can crawl out, he's snatching you back in. I've been there, done that. You said that's why I be laughing when you be talking. I already know. Listen here. The only people he gonna bring around me is people that didn't experience one of the things I have, and seeing as how I lived a lot of life, I know why y'all over here. I ain't mistaken. I know why y'all over here. And have 3 kids and my last baby. Was with 1 tube and an ovary. Quit playing. You said the road runner running. Oh yeah, BB. Right. Listen, that part. You said 1 tube and one fallopian tube and one ovary. Interesting. That's a testimony to somebody I know. You must be in a different spectrum, pumpkin. It's okay. So you know what you get to do? You get to learn from other people's mistakes. It's great. Yeah, but it feels great to have people to identify with. They know how crazy it was, so we can laugh together. Because it's funny now, but it wasn't when it was happening. I guarantee you, nothing about it was funny. We can laugh now because we made it out. That's what a testimony is. Trying to tell you. Because he used to, listen, it's the reason I didn't have no edges. It wasn't the people snatching them out. It was God snatching me back into safety. Because, baby, you talk about a nigga was going to go and pole vault over whatever he said. Don't touch it. Okay, you said don't walk out the door. I'm pole vault now then. You said don't walk. I army crawled. You said don't walk out the door. I didn't. I hopped on one leg. You said don't leave the yard. Okay, well, I invited him in the yard. I mean, I'm trying to figure out where the problem is. I did what you said. All the loopholes, nigga. I was trying to find every last one of them. You hear me? See, y'all don't know. I'm going to tell my story for real. I jogged and hopped down all the stairs and floated to the car. I'm trying to tell you, I pole vault over it. He said, don't cross that fence. Okay. Don't crawl over it. Don't walk out the gate. I didn't walk. Nigga sitting there like this. All he said, now where's CERCA at? Look, y'all. And there all you see is, you hear me? Flash by that face real fast and boom, I'm out of here, nigga. I'll be back when they try to kill me. I ain't got time to stay. I ain't got time to stay here. I gotta go. I'm trying to tell you. He said don't walk out the gate. He didn't say nothing about jumping on a trampoline and jumping over that bad boy. He said don't walk out the yard. I didn't. I jumped out of here. Trying to tell you. Listen. If y'all only knew. Whoo. I'm trying to tell you, if y'all only knew, I was crazy. Back flipped out, army crawled. Listen. And then be calling him from the other side of the fence, like, can you throw the rope over? They're coming. I made it back just in time. No, they're all coming, not just one of them, everybody. All the people you said don't go talk to, okay, so they were right, you were right. They weren't who they said they were. Can you hurry and throw the rope over? And he's like, well. You're like, Dad, hurry, they're getting closer. And he like, Are you serious this time? Or, Dad, oh God, they're almost here. You be trying to find a vine and every one of them vines break. They were strong enough for you to climb over and let you down. But all of a sudden, when it's time for you to get backing up over the fence, they brittle. And every time you try to stand on something, oh, that's the weight of your sin holding you down. You was lighter when you came over the fence. You didn't have all that sin on your shoulders. But now these vines, they're not holding up all that sin you got. You got to let that sin go, and you'll be light enough to climb on them same vines. You never come back from sin as light as you left. You said, now that's a whole word. Think about it. Yep. He let you know real quick that you're going to be right this time. I'm trying to tell you. I don't got time to play. Auntie said, I will not be a castle princess. I'm going to free myself. I'm trying to thank you. Thank you. And did. And did. Listen. And now I just stay in the castle because where I'm going to go. On the other side of that moat, I'm sieged by the enemy. So I figured, because see, look. At first when I was growing my locks, I was like, I let my spiritual life grow as they grow. Right? As I grow, let my hair grow, right? Then I was like, well, maybe if I grow it to my feet, because he won't let me out, I can throw it down over the balcony and they can just climb up. And that's when I start getting breakage around here. I start telling that joke. And so then I said, well, this ain't going to hold nobody up. So never mind. I'll just go back to, as my spiritual life grow, let my hair grow. Because as soon as I start thinking about how I was going to throw it over the balcony, it started breaking. You hear me? He said, oh, you plan to use the hair that you said that was going to grow. Now you're going to throw it over the balcony because you can't get out the tower. Got it. You don't need it. No, you don't need it. It don't need to be strong. I said, okay. Well, that plan went nicely, so no, I won't be doing that. Yeah. You said we'll see. Oh, no. You ain't got to listen. Baby, y'all see me every day. Y'all don't think if I had a boo thing that y'all would know? Oh, you said we'll see. Okay. Honey, y'all would know. Got you, sis. But guess what? Y'all would know. I might not tell y'all, but y'all know me well enough to know. Y'all would know. If you pay attention. You hear me? I don't want no parts of it. Like I say I'm a date, and if I talk on the phone for a person for about 30 minutes, I'll be like that. No. I was trying to be quiet, but I remember when your locks was breaking bad. Yeah, but I wasn't doing nothing. I wasn't doing anything. But they was, remember I was telling you what was going on. I said, what is this? But you said, let them go. And then you said it's energy that I needed to let go. And that was the truth. There was a lot of people in my life that was around when I started my locks that was still friends and family and all of that crazy stuff that I still was holding on to. It was the thought of doing it, that part. It was really just a joke, but he didn't even want me joking and saying it. But exactly what you said. Exactly what you said. They growing, and now that I look around, there's nobody. Other than my kids, there's probably 3 people that I talk on the phone with. It does. It does. It does. It does. But I used to tell y'all that. I said, well, he ain't gonna let nobody through the front door. So maybe I throw his hair over the side when it get long enough. I used to tell the joke. But he know, listen. He know he know me. He know me. But I did let a lot of things go, though. I let a lot of things go. I let a lot of people go that I was holding on to. I did. When I say I don't talk to 10 people, I don't talk to 10 people. In real life. I don't even talk to 10 people. Oh, like actually talking or video chatting. I don't even talk to 10 people. God moved like everybody. And some of it I don't understand. Because I know he'll have me by myself, but normally I get to have visitors at my house. You know what I mean? Like I have a homegirl or somebody. This has been for real isolation. Mine under 5, I'm okay with it. Listen, this the thing. Back in the day, again, testimony. I pray for God to remove who wasn't for me, and now I have one. Don't it scare you when you look back and see how many people? That's why some prayers I'll be like, why? So I had this. Why I was always irritated because I was dealing with fake energy all the time. Like you will know a person really don't mess with you. You will know. And you will still continue to deal with them and then wonder why your mood is off always. Well, first of all, you always running some type of defense. 24 hours a day because you know they're going to say something slick. You know you got to watch their facial expressions. It be a whole bunch of stuff. And then you being exhausted, so much energy. Trying to run defense with a person that's always talking slick. You always got to snap your neck back and all of that. Instead of just not. It's too much and not worth it. I'm trying to tell you. You know what? Who watched Julie and Julia? Or Julia and Julie? Julie and Julia. Who watched that? Did y'all watch the movie about the beef bourguignon? I love that movie. It's one of my favorites. Yep, and they'll lie every time you ask them about it. Listen. Did y'all watch Julie and Julia? Y'all remember the scene when she was at the table with her at the lunch with her friends? Excuse me. Excuse me. Y'all remember? Y'all remember when she was at the table with her friends and everybody was talking about how successful they are in their marriages and this and that. And she just, oh yeah. It's a very good movie. So pay attention to when, if you go and you watch it, it's in the first probably 20 minutes of the movie. When you watch it, pay attention to when she's sitting there at the table with her friends. That's You said that's how I am with the lady I babysit for, and it's exhausting. I really want to quit, but I fear for the kids if I do. Listen, if we just talked about that today. How when you are in a space of service, people will treat you a certain way and be crazy with you, but don't worry about it. God got a blessing for you. Yeah. Yeah. This is my thing. When I had a lot of people around me that didn't mean me no good, my life was always miserable. And that doesn't even mean that they wanted to take something from me or whatever, but it was like the only good information that I offered was stuff that was going to make their life better. But anytime I talked about dreams or aspirations for myself, it was always, I'm thinking too big. Right? You ever had somebody, they come to you for all their advice, but then when you start to talk about the things that you want to do and you start speaking things over your life, they want to tell you how that's not going to happen and how that can't happen, and ask you sarcastically, well, how you going to do that? The same way I told you how to get to your goal. I don't call you and ask you for no advice on life. And I used to have to tell a lot of my friends this, hey, you realize I don't ever call you and ask you for advice? What? I don't call you and ask you for no advice. You call me and ask for advice. I know who I'm going to for my advice, and it ain't you. So you telling me, thank you. Thank you. You telling me how you feel about what I'm dreaming and aspiring to have for myself, it don't mean nothing. When you got to come to me for advice about your just daily life. And I don't ask you for no advice at all. So my advice is good for your life, but I shouldn't use it for myself. That's what you're telling me. You're the only person that gets to benefit from the advice or the business, whatever it is that you get, whether it be hair advice or how to grow your hair, whatever it is. You the only person that can benefit. I shouldn't be able to benefit from the things that I'm able to help you with. Prime example, my son. I tell this story all the time. People knew how well he would do in business. So they always told him, I want one-sided relationship. Girl, every time he talked about his dreams and aspirations and what he wanted to do, they would tell him, oh yeah, man, that's cool, but I need you to help me with something. If he said he was going to start a project on Monday, they started calling on Sunday saying, hey man, I need you to help me do something tomorrow. And he didn't pick up on it that they just wanted to stop what he was trying to do for himself. Or if he worked on something like a project, some clothes, some shoes or whatever, they didn't want to help put in on the materials. They didn't want to help do none of the photo shoots or find nothing or do nothing. But as soon as he got finished with whatever it was, now everybody want to collab. But when he tried to get you in on the floor in the beginning, you didn't, oh man, nah, that's not blah, 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 blah. Blessing blockers. Come on, auntie. And I asked him, I said, when you going to stop doing that? What? Look at what's going on right here. He was like, no, mom, that's not it. And then it took about a year. And he finally started to see it. He was like, mom, that's crazy. I said, I've been trying to tell you, you have amazing ideas, baby. And every time you tell them to your friends, they all of a sudden need you to help them do something. that ain't making you no money, that's wasting your time and making them look good, you'll want to go away from there. Don't do that no more. Yeah, they didn't want them to succeed. Of course. And that's sad that you even have people that will stay around you just for that reason. And as soon as he got away from all those people, everything that he put his hand to, well, even before that it would work, but he would let them keep him distracted. Now, everything he put his hands to turn to money. It don't matter what it is. Yeah. 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 But guess what? He's blessed now because of it, because he didn't change his character because of what they did to him. It made him even more of an honest person. And if we think about it, prime example, if a person cheat on you, you're not supposed to cheat back. It's supposed to make you be maybe not a more trustworthy person to that person, but a more honorable person, even not saying that you wasn't, but dishonoring yourself don't make you. You said what? I stopped telling people my ideas, and 2 friends took my ideas and benefited from it before I was able to do them. Oh, I know about that, honey. Yes. Right. Don't let it change you into them. Right. Like I said, I'm sure I know my husband, my ex-husband, stepped out probably several times. I don't care really, but I didn't say, oh, okay, I'm about to go. No, because when I walk, and I'm not knocking nobody else, I'm just telling you, but I had learned from previous relationships, right? How about you have me watching the beginning of this movie? Good job. Good job. Please do, because it's going to tell you a lot about the people around you. Just those scenes where she's sitting with her girlfriends, just pay attention to what everybody is saying and how everybody moving. Yeah, it's a real thing. So you got to understand this, right? You have to interact with shiesty people or untrustworthy people really to understand how to be trustworthy. I had to learn that because I stood strong on the OJ's myth. This is a thing. You hurt yourself. And that's in anything. It don't even just gotta be relationships. That's in anything. The moment you let a person change you from being you, the devil won already. You said so true. You learned it the hard way in real life. People like, do people tease the goody 2 shoes? But I did leave and go home twice because things weren't healthy for either of us. Yeah. It's okay to separate. It's okay. Especially if you got married young. People, listen, marriage, this is the thing, right? Marriage is learned behavior. Just because you get married don't mean you know how to be in a relationship. And a relationship that you can walk away from is different from a marriage. You said, yep, I got called green girl, right? A marriage, you can't just up and leave that easy. Now, you can separate and different things like that, but it's a different commitment. And people are like, it's the same. No, it's not. Because the devil don't fight relationships. Why would he fight a relationship and he wants you to be in sin? Do you think Lucifer cares that you're in fornication? My dad would always say, you get them there and leave. But it's like the only way to go sometimes, that part. Yeah. Yeah. Do you think Lucifer cares that you're in fornication? He loves it. He ain't fighting no relationship like he gonna fight a marriage. Because marriage is ordained by God, and he's against anything that God ordains. So marriage is always going to be harder than a relationship that you just with the person, because you in sin. Lucifer don't care nothing about. He wants you to do that. And so when people get butthurt and they in a relationship that God don't approve of, and they're like, yeah, my spouse cheated on me, and you was cheating on God. Shut up. And that ain't your spouse. That's your boyfriend or your girlfriend. Because you cheating on God, because he said the single person is married to him until he give you a partner. You was getting cheated on because you the cheater first. Especially if you've been baptized in the name of Jesus. If you've been baptized, then he said he's married to you until, you know what I'm saying? So you was cheating on him with your little flings. Be quiet. Lucifer really went after Mary in the movie that came in. Okay. Right. Lucifer don't care about you being with nobody for 20 years. He's happy because 20 years you was in a relationship God didn't approve of. And if he said that 40 days of repentance don't take back 1 hour of sin, Lucifer like, yeah, rack the years up. So that's why I've been getting cheated on my whole life. Hallelujah. Anyhow. Girl. And once he put it to me like that, I was like, what? Mind you, I got baptized at 5. Like, not my parents made a commitment for me. I got baptized at 5. And then I think I got rebaptized at 11. Because we went to another church, and the pastor at that church told us if he didn't baptize us, our baptism wasn't right and all this stuff. So I think I went down in Jesus' name again at about 10 or 11. Maybe 12. Me and God done had a couple marriages. I done made a couple covenants with him and broke them. But can I be honest with y'all? If you've never been married, or if you've never been faithful in your marriage, you break things down so much easier. Should have knew in the beginning, though. Uh-oh. Listen, it's okay, because you get to help everybody that come after you. Somebody had to be the person to go through it to tell them what not to do. And sometimes that be you, and I'm okay. Now, do I want to keep going through it? So that no. I learned my lesson. You know what I'm saying? I learned my lesson. Yes, my first one was early. I know, I was under 10. Right. Right. That part. Yeah. One of the things that I learned in this last 10 years of my life, I'll say, okay, for sure, is when God is preparing you for your mate, he wants to know that you can do it for him first. Like, a lot of people go to church to find a mate, and God is saying, I'm already your mate. If you can't hold yourself for me, you won't be able to hold yourself if your husband or wife go out of town. You won't be able to hold yourself if you get mad at them. You won't be able to hold yourself if they have to go overseas. You'll be caught up in the sheets with something. So if you can do it when there's not a human attached to it, you can do it when a human is attached to it. Did you hear what I said? If you can honor your body when you ain't doing it for a person, which means you're doing it for God, then when he brings your person, you can do it. Even when my ex-husband came home, because God taught me prior to getting married, you ain't got to worry about me, sir. You do whatever you want to do. Because when God let me out, he going to let me out. Now, after he let me out, well, I had to repent for fornication. as to why my leg is messed up. Because, baby, I held on. I said, well, yeah. You want me to lie or you want me to tell you the truth? I'm telling you the truth. And that's why when y'all met me, my knee was messed up. That's why I had that brace on when I met y'all. Instant, 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 instant. You said, can I give you the scripture? You want to post it on the wall. What scripture? What scripture? All you got to do is look up adultery, Israel, and you will see it. It's a whole bunch of them. It ain't just one. Type in adultery, Israel. In Bible Gateway, it's going to bring up all the scriptures about how when we, yeah, it's not just one. Because Israel was a hoe. And she taught her sister Samaria to be a whore. And she taught Judah how to be a whore too. To see the people of Judah. She taught a couple of them how to be hoes. She became the madam of them all. She taught them how to cheat on God. Right? Because he calls Jerusalem a she, or the people of Israel, the body is a she. Right? Her Israel and her whoredoms. No. He's always referring to Israel, the group of Israel, like a woman. No. We just read a story the other day. He talked about two sisters. One of the sisters was Jerusalem, and the other sister was Samaria. I've learned that there can be stubborn marine spirits wanting to kill, steal, and destroy marriages, and that's why. Yeah, it's not just marine spirits, though. Because the spirit of strife isn't a marine spirit. And that's normally, strife is what keeps the arguing. All, your life is flagged for harassment and bullying. So it's a weird person over here that then followed us to Tatnall Place. Gotta be. I'm touching on your toes. Well, how about you leave? I didn't tap dance on somebody's forehead, baby, because evidently they was on the other side too. How about you just don't follow or look at me if you don't like what I say? Did I didn't tap dance on your forehead? Get out of lust then and get out of fornication. That's what I got for you. Don't be mad. Get yourself together so you don't bust hell wide open. How about that? You're mad because you thought because you was committed to your boyfriend or something that God honored that he don't. Chopped you right in your throat. They be upset, boy, don't they? Clean your life up if you don't like hearing it. They ain't my words, they're God's. It's okay. That's what I'm here for. me sinning. How dare you? You can't tell me I'm not committed to my man. We've been together for 15 years. You still in sin. Great. Be mad. Get your life together. The truth hurt. You will feel so much better and apply to move on. Come on. Crazy. Remember I told y'all what people like to do. They take their finger and stick it in fertilizer and put it in their mouth. That's what they do. Because anytime I don't want to hear something, I'm just going to go away. You say it does hurt. A good hurt when you know better, don't it? Sure do. But people that want to change, they don't want to change. They don't want to hear that. People that don't want to change, they don't want to hear that. Some folks so scared of the truth, right? And they don't want the heat of God. Listen. We on here telling our own truths. How that offends you, I don't know. Maybe because you're not living in yours. Because the fact that we can laugh about the beat downs that we done got. And we made it out. And you irritated by that. Why is you over here? We grown over here. We're mature. And maturity says I can laugh about the things that I did wrong. But also be thankful that God didn't let me die in my sin. Right. You said the nerve of TikTok to send me an alert like there's people actually being bullied on this app. I'm trying to tell you, I done bust somebody's head open to the white meat. It ain't my problem. I'm talking about my own. So it was either a cheater, it was an adulterer, or an adulteress, or a fornicator. Because who else is how is you being bullied? And we talking about our own life experiences. You feel bad because that's what you doing. And you guilty. You don't got nothing to do with me. I ain't bullying you. You bullied yourself. Quit hitting yourself. You hurting you every time you cheat on your spouse. You not hurting nobody else. Because you can get this live blocked and I'm still going to talk about it the next time I get back on here. What does that mean? God's word is true. And it cut through the bone and the marrow, babe. Sure does. Folks is used to people talking about God and not talking about the real stuff. I ain't preaching no houses and cars into your life. I'm trying to tell you how to help you get your soul up out of here. If you don't want that, I don't know what to tell you. Because I'm going to be honest. I'm going to tell my testimony and you can't stop me from doing that. Right. We got respect around here and the ability to learn from the word. Come on. And people's other experiences. Because it's other people that was in here thinking about cheating on their husband or wife. Until they saw their aunties and uncles coming through with stories. They're like, oh, hell no. Baby, I guess I do love you. I'm sorry. Give me a kiss. I ain't going nowhere. I'm going back in there and Titi circling them in there tripping. What you doing? You want a color? You want a color? I gotta tell you something. I wasn't gonna tell you, but I'm gonna tell you. This the kind of stuff that happened over here. People's lives get better because they live in truth. If you don't want that, you don't even need to be over here. Because we talk about the ugly over here, all of it. Listen. I'm grateful because I lived for so long thinking because I went to church or tithe that I was going to heaven. But since here, I've learned and applied it, and now I don't ever want to hurt. You say I don't want to hurt God ever again. Come on. That part. It's because he been too good to you and he let you get out. Man, I'm not running back. No. Once you realize what he kept you from. And that could even be severe punishment. Because if we got what we deserved, it wouldn't have been a second time. Or a third time. or a 4th time or a 100th time or a 15-year relationship. It would have been one and done. Haven't left. Sis just trying to get a couple of babies. I babysit out the door. You good, mama? Shoot, I don't want houses or cars blessed on me. I can't take it with me. Bless me with the stuff I can use. Come on, Tabitha. To help God's people. That part. Right. See, that's maturity. You know that, right? That's spiritual maturity right here. Because all of this is about to burn. Everything we've acquired is going to burn. It's going to be soot and ash at one point in time. Excuse me. None of it is going with us. That's why we don't treat people bad because of it. We try to help people with what we have because ain't none of this going with us. Matter of fact, this ain't even going with us. Is this going with you when you leave? Is it? This right here. No. You don't even take this with you. Your family get this. But you ain't in there no more. So you don't even take this when you leave. So it can't be this that you getting right. Because what did he say about this? There's no what? You said no, but that shape is true. True. The shape is going with you. You petty. The shape is going with you. Right. You don't get to take the body, but the shape of your body goes with you. That is true. That is true. What did he say about this, though? There's no what in this. In this right here. It's true. The shape of you is leaving, which is what they showed us in all the movies. Ghost and everything else. That was their shape. That's how you knew it was them. Right. Even in the movie Soul. His soul was a smaller version of him, but it was his face and everything, and they knew it was him. But what did God say about this right here? You said I was watching Soul last night on Disney Plus. Interesting how they put it all. Did you see the big old people in the back? The spirits of the giants and the grouchy Glen back there? That was always mad you see him. What did he say about this? There's no what in this. You seen them? They be putting everything right in your face. What did he say about this? Yes, us bad built ones gonna be like that for life. Listen, leave it. Leave it. See what you started, Miss Rhodes? Because Shanika done said big back souls. And Glenda said, yep, us bad built ones gonna be that for life. You want to give people hope. Shh. We just gonna let them find out when they find out. It's going back to the dirt. But he said there's no what in this. You said, dang, it looks like I got to start working out because I ain't trying to be round in heaven too. Is nothing clean? Nothing good? He talked about you can't please him in the flesh. You can only please him in spirit because there's nothing what in the flesh. Right. This is why you leave this here. Because this is going to decay. You hear me? We were born in sin and shaped in iniquity. If you see your mama or daddy or child walking from a long way away, you know them by what? It's okay, sis. You know them by what? You don't even got to see their face, but you know it's your mama, cousin, sister, grandma walking down. Hey, pumpkin. Because of their form. Is that my husband? Girl, what is he doing down there? It could have been 10 men with the same exact clothes on, but you know your husband's form. Men, it could be 10 women in the exact same dress, same outfit, same hair from the back. But if they are walking towards you and their face is blurred, you know your wife form. It don't matter if they all dressed alike and everything. You know the form of your spouse. You hear me? Thank you. You know them. You can see them walking in a mall and don't know what clothes they got on, and then follow them to the mall, baby. But you know them when you see them, just by the walk or just by their form, or just you know how they wear their hat, like you know. Well, you know the body that was formed in sin and shaped in iniquity. You ain't seen their spirit. The Bible states, for I know that nothing good dwells in me that is in my flesh. Interesting. Nothing good is in the flesh. That's why God is not coming back for flesh. He's only coming back for the things that he's connected to. Y'all ready for this? Our flesh comes from what? Where does our flesh come from? Dirt. And dirt is on the what? Dirt is on the what? Where does dirt come from? It's on the ground, but it's on where? Where does the earth? God is a heavenly being, a spiritual being. So he's only coming back for the part that connects to him. No? He's not coming back for this. He's not even concerned with earthly things like that. He said, don't keep your mind on the earthly things. Keep your mind on heavenly things. Is that not what he said? He said, because the stuff you see in front of you, it's going to pass away. But it's a place that ain't going to pass away. He's only coming back for the part of him that connects, and that's the spirit. God is not of earthly things, so he ain't concerned about the earthly stuff, which is this, that was made out of the earth. This was not made out of spirit. This was made out of earth. This earth. These earth. The animal heart and our heart was made out of the same dirt, same clay. Their veins and our veins, same dirt, same clay. Yes and no. It depends on how you look at it. Because we're three: the soul, the spirit, and the flesh, they say. It's three. It's like your spirit, body, man. It's, you know what? Give me 1 second. I have a book that can show you an example. Where are you? Hopefully not in my room. I think it is. Oh. Nope. Mm. It's been a minute. I used to know exactly where this page is. Ah! Thank you, Dad. So, can you see this? This is kind of like a good example, right? So it's saying man is comprised of body, soul, and spirit, right? Now, body, earth, right? You can't see your soul, right? But that spirit part of it is who? Well, it could be a couple. Because when Jesus walks into your heart, what walks in? Do he physically walk in? Or does the Spirit of God inhabit your body? Mm-hmm. But your soul can go to hell or heaven, right? Your soul can go to hell or heaven, but you could be run by the spirit of a devil. You can be run by the spirit of the devil, or you can be run any spirits can possess this body, good or bad. And your soul is going to be affected by who you let possess this body, right? No. Is your salvation based on who you let rule over your spirit and your soul and your body? Because if God's spirit is ruling your soul is going to tell your body not to do things. But if Lucifer is running your soul, then your body will be in sin, right or wrong. God is ruling over your spirit now, so it's easier for you to say no to sin. So who was ruling over your spirit when you were saying, and it might not have been always, but who had more influence over your spirit when you was in sin? Did God or did the devil? Lucifer, the enemy, the whatever you want to call it. Who had more power over you? This is why I was saying we were slaves to sin. Slavery, you don't have no control. Somebody else is controlling. When you in jail, you have limited ability to do what you want to do within reason. But then some people are on 24-hour lockdown or 23-1. They don't get to be around nobody else. They can't leave out, and whatever it is, they got to do it in a confined space. There's different levels of freedom, just like there's different levels of slavery or prison. Max, medium max, or whatever you call that, the medium level, and then low level, right? And depending on what prison you go into determines how much freedom you have, depending on the crime that you committed or that you are a part of, whether you pulled the trigger or whatever it is or not. If you went with somebody to hit a lick and somebody died in the midst of that lick, even though you didn't pull the trigger, you get in charge with the same thing. Well, maybe they don't give you life. Maybe they give you 40 years to life, but this person is guaranteed life. That's not even saying you're going to get out in 40. It's saying, but at 40, there's a possibility that you could get out, because even though you was a part of it, you didn't do what they did. You wasn't the one that actually spilled innocent blood. Right? But now that you are allowing God to control you and to control your spirit, it's a lot of stuff you don't even have to fight to say no to. You just don't want to do it. It ain't even a question of, oh, well, maybe I'm gonna think about it. No, I don't want to. It ain't even I don't even have a desire to do it. And what I mean by that is I'm not even gonna put myself in a position to say yes or maybe. I just not gonna do it. One, it'll be just my luck. I get me a crazy nigga. Oh, you mean like the one I had before that tried to take my life, or was stalking me, or was trying to get me fired from my job, or trying to get my kids taken away from me. And they all grown now, so I ain't got to worry about that. But ain't no telling. You might try to, no. You said processing this. Listen. Because the devil come to kill, steal, and destroy. That's everything that God has given you. Your mind, your health, your finances, everything. Your self-worth, everything. The way you look. Can you tell when a person is in a marriage and they stressed out? Or a relationship and they change completely? Anybody ever got a job that stressed you out more than the one you had before, and you can see it in your face that this job is killing you? You said earlier, I swear to you, I said, God, I finally got the message. You only want me to need you. I'm trying to tell you. When he ain't enough, how you gonna ask him about somebody else and he got everything? How can the being that has everything not be enough? But you want to complain that they not giving you enough. He said, I got everything and you don't want me. So that really sounds crazy. You said a heart attack and 3 strokes later, I learned the hard way. I'll be right back. Because y'all be scaring me. I'll be thinking my stories is the only crazy ones. Oh no, all our stories is crazy. I see. Sorry about that. What's in my eye? In the hospital for months, learning everything from eating to walking again. Facts, the hard way. Listen. God will stop you in your tracks. People don't believe that. Because, okay, do you know why your punishment be so severe? Who want to know why your punishment be so severe? Because you teaching other people how to disobey God. Because your friends know you in a affair. Your friends know that you fornicating because you tell them about your new boo. You're teaching other people to sin. Well, if they do it, shoot, I can do it too. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing happened to her. If you're not married, and I'm guilty of this too. If you're not married and you have a boyfriend and you're with this boyfriend or girlfriend for 10 years, what are you teaching your children? That it's okay to live in fornication. You are showing the next generation how to sin against God. My mom and my daddy was together for 15 years. They didn't ever get married. And that's why I was always turmoil too, because both of them was cheating on God. And so then you teach your children to live in sin. And you teach your nieces and nephews to live in sin. And you teach your friends' kids to live in sin. You affected a lot of people because a lot of people knew y'all was together for a long time, but y'all wasn't married. You said ungodly covenants will affect the whole bloodline. Sure do. And this is why God say, go back and look at what your forefathers did to piss me off, and why I destroyed them and let other countries come in and take them and put them in slavery and all of this stuff. You better pay attention. But you doing exactly like your mommy and your daddy did. You said we was together 17 years, but we could not sleep in the same bed in my mama's house. Girl, my mama the same way. I was grown, had been with that man for 2.5 years. She said, you get the top bunk, he get the bottom bunk. Y'all ain't married. I had a whole day. What is you talking about? We just here visiting, girl. I gotta go, because I'm about to get in the bed with my man. You tripping. So we ain't staying here. I'm going to go to my homegirl house. You said, I know. I saw that. Somebody said it, and then I said, I what you call it? Put it in my to watch stuff. The Mary movie. So if you ever wondered why, okay, I can tell y'all, I know for a fact that the reason that my judgment, and I didn't know that this is what I was going to be doing, but it makes sense. Because when God has allowed you to be an influential person, people will buy what you buy. They will say what you say. They will do what you do. They will wear what you wear. They will, and not becoming you, but God made you like the disciples were influential people. In order to win souls to Christ, you have to be able to influence folks. So the devil knows when God has given you a spirit of influence, the gift of influence. He knows that. And so a lot of people pay attention to, or they are, always watching them, a lot of times God has called that person to be a leader. But what the devil does is get in before that person knows that they're a leader and has them being a follower at first. Has somebody teaching them the wrong ropes. Because the devil knows that God is giving you the spirit of influence as well. Do you see what I'm saying? So before you even know what gift you have, he will have you perverted so that you're using it, but you're using it for the wrong reasons. Period. And so this is why your judgment be swift. Because if it was somebody that people really didn't listen to, not saying that stuff don't happen to them too, but this is why the leader's punishment is always so swift and quick, because people are following you and what you do. You said with your mouth you can easily talk somebody into doing good or bad, right? And your actions too. Your actions. If a person, say you don't say nothing, but a person see you do something and get away with it, you think they're going to try it next time? Or if the opportunity presents itself, do you think they'll try to get away with it? And the only reason they're going to try it is because they saw you. But they don't know you didn't get away. You didn't get away. Because now you got to work with the guilt and the shame, but you'll put it out like you ain't shamed or you ain't whatever, but you are. You might not never let them see that part, but you are. So they don't get to see that part of you. They only see the puffed up you like, I ain't worried about it, stuff. They don't get to see the other side. The guilt and shame that you carry. They don't get to see that because you don't show that part. You only show them your pride and your boldness and your sin. Right. Exactly. You all in the cut. Nobody can see what you do. Right. So, anyway, we've been on here 139 minutes. I promise every time I said we're going to get on here and finish this and then I'm going to get off. And we ain't even picked it up. So, let's get this before we get off here because it's 10:44. Goodness gracious. Look, there's some people over there like, this is crazy. But it make sense. How many people, when you found out the reason that your lovers or your spouse or whoever, baby daddy, baby mama, wasn't faithful to you, is because you was cheating on God? How many people tripping off that? Started as 17, 18-year-old military wife and saw another wife who I looked up to. So you ain't gonna complain about being cheated on no more, are you? Because you really don't have a leg to stand on unless you was married. You said me. Because even in your marriage, you made a covenant to God before you made it to the person. You said, I ignored it on purpose once. Uh-oh. The fact that marrying the wrong person is cheating on God because he didn't choose them for us. Well, I'm going to say this too, though. God honors marriage. Right? God honors marriage. He does. Right? And even you learning what not to do or learning to wait on him still worked out for your good. You learned a lot in your marriage. You learned a lot in your marriage, and you can teach other people. Because if God didn't want you to marry them, you wouldn't have. You mean to tell me he ain't stopped you from doing some other stuff you wanted to do? If God didn't want you to marry him, you wouldn't have. You wouldn't have married him. So even that he saw in the plan. Because guess what? Them years that you was married might have kept you safe. Because if you were single, you might have ran up on something worse than what you married. And you said my first marriage was a lesson. Exactly. Exactly. Because a lot of people, look, some people learn in relationships and some people don't. They don't. And most times when you learn from something, you don't go jump right back into it. Because you understand that you need to count up the cost. Because you understand how much it can cost you. I could have probably got married the day I got divorced. I can see clearly then, now, than before. Lessons learned. Come on, auntie. I was shunned, but it's okay. I learned lots. I'm trying to tell you, my marriage has taught me so much. I'm trying to tell you, never been married, but I learned in that relationship I'm not shacking up. Okay, that's for real, for real. Could have been a lot worse. I'm trying to tell you. Baby, listen. God, just tell me you don't want me to do it. That's all you gotta do. You ain't got to yell or scream or nothing. I understand now. We still married. We were so young, almost 50 now, but the past year's been a lot better. Come on, because you learn. And you realize what you had at home was better than anything outside, but if you don't work on it, like I tried to work on my marriage. I tried to do everything I could, but my ex-husband, he just gets married to be married. I think he's looking for a wife now already. I don't know. Like, he's still on the same kind of stuff at about to be 50 years old almost. He hasn't changed because he's not learned anything or enough to not keep getting in the same situation. He had already been married before. I had never been married before. But I understood after the first year why he was divorced. And now he's divorced again. He lied and said he learned about the things that he did wrong. He learned from her mistakes, but that wasn't the truth. Because he didn't do the stuff. I don't know what all he did to her, but there was a lot of things that I could tell were similar to our marriage in his first. But he thought I was going to do what she did, and I'm not doing that. I don't want to get you back. I'm just gonna go away. I don't want to hurt you like you hurt me. I just don't want you to hurt me no more. So I'm gonna leave. So you can't do that. Almost went to prison behind one, but now my mind is so clear. I'm trying to tell you, my ex-husband said I'd be the only wife he'll ever have. He doesn't want to be married again. So he gonna live in sin for the rest of it? I mean, is he gonna be a hermit? What you call it? A monk? Because if he planning on have a girlfriend or having any intimacy, he'll want to be thinking about getting married. Because then, when you talk to him about that, Dee, let him know you can't be having no girlfriends or nothing there. You can't be having no sneaky, because no hide the mouse or nothing. Won't be none of that. Unless he planning to be a monk. You hear me? Because a lot of people don't want to be in a relationship, but they don't want to be abstinent either. Got it. I understand. I almost hurt my ex-husband for playing with me. Baby, that's why I said I gotta go. You want me to go to jail. Yeah. But you realize if you just say I'm gonna stay single, but you're committing to sin. You gonna commit to something. He has a problem staying faithful. I'm the only girl he's ever been serious with, and he's still messed up, right? So that's what I'm saying. He got a problem with being faithful because no. I already know. I don't listen. This is the thing. Anytime you experience pain and you want to inflict that pain on somebody else, you're always going to be in that situation. Period. Because whatever you wish on somebody else is coming back instantly. So then what did you gain? You didn't gain nothing. Because you can now have to pay for the pain that you caused. Like, and it's a recurring cycle of pain. You hear me? You cheat on them, they cheat on you. 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 You leave, they leave. You leave, they leave. You leave. So all that it's creating is a wall of unforgiveness, betrayal. Like, you're building on the wrong foundation. You building a wall up. But what are the bricks of the wall? What's the foundation that you building? A foundation of betrayal? A foundation of lies? Just passing spirits back and forth. And they get stronger every time you sin. It's always eight new demons plus whoever they got with them. Every time you go back, it's not like you just getting the same spirits. No, the Bible says every time you go back to sin, it's 7 stronger demons that come. So yeah, it's going to be harder to stop. Because every time you go back, it's another demon that's even stronger than that one that got you in spiritual chains now. So how you going to get loose? If God don't let you loose, you're not getting loose. Yeah. If God don't let you loose, you're going to be in chains until he lets you out. And that's what I kept trying to tell my ex-husband. I got free before I knew you. And you're not getting ready to trap me back in sin, sir. I don't want to go back to that. Oh, I don't know who you're talking to and this and that. You don't got to worry. Because I'm going to honor God. You hear me? You don't gotta. Now, after I leave you, it might be some stuff I'm going to get in trouble for. And I ain't even going to lie. I'm telling y'all the truth. I told him. I said, as soon as I'm divorced from you, there is some pipes that need to be cleaned out. You hear me? Something's in my eye. I don't know what that is. Hold on, y'all. Ooh. And guess what? God said, oh, you gonna tell him how you're gonna be in fornication as soon as you get divorced. You planned as soon as the divorce was final. And not only did you plan, you planned with a person that you begged me to get away from. You planned to sin with a person that had their hands around your throat and made you piss yourself. And when you got up, they were saying, please don't be dead. Really? Do you realize God could have let me die while I was still married? Even though me and my husband hadn't slept together, we hadn't slept in the same room or nothing. Our relationship had been over for 2 years. We was just roommates. And I told him, when I'm not married to you, oh yeah, it's a wrap. God said, oh, for real? As good as I've been to you, and you gonna let this nigga make you go back. Oh, okay. You want to lie, don't you? I'm not gonna lie to you. It's my testimony. I don't care if you don't like it. I'm telling you the truth. And You were basically isolated, but being prepared those 2 years with God on your side. This is the thing. It's not that I planned as soon as, but at the end of my marriage, because I'm a woman, right? And there were things that didn't happen for a very, I told y'all the number. In 5 years, probably not 120 times. Maybe 120. So it was a whole drought. Not making it okay, but I'm telling you what it was. I'm giving y'all my whole truth. Did I keep myself while I was married? Did. When I got divorced, but even after I did it, I was like, this was stupid. Did I go back? Nope. Because I remember why I left you. I remember why I didn't. You ain't it either. I was so mad at myself. You said I'm in that problem now, something like that. Listen, people want me to get up here and lie. I ain't going to be able to do it. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened because God knows. So me lying to you ain't going to help nobody. I learned my lesson. And that's why even though I could have people running in and out of this door, I don't. And next month on the 17th, I'll be separated from that man for 4 years and divorced in May for 4. Did you attempt on your own to find another place or wait on God's confirmation? What you mean? Oh no, babe, our marriage was over. I waited for. I said, get out of my Airbnb right now. The Father sent you here to speak to me. Ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna put my spiritual eyes up. I'm gonna put my spiritual eyes up. Did you run away looking for an apartment based on your emotions or pray till God gave you? I didn't go nowhere. I stayed in my house. I didn't leave. I told him to leave. I didn't apply for my divorce until God said it was over. I didn't go. No, I'm not leaving my house for you. Bye. Go be free. You don't come home anyway. You go and do what you want to do. Stay home. When he used to come in the house after being out all night, I didn't ask him where he was at. I didn't care. I was on the couch. And that's when we were still sleeping in the same bed. He started not coming home towards the end of our, like he would go and swear up and down. He went to his mama's house and got drunk and went to sleep. Boy, please, you getting home at 6 o'clock. You just left that chick house because you just woke up and saw it was daylight. I ain't stupid. I had one of those the other day. This girl thought I was getting married. Listen. Yeah. When I called my ex-husband's phone and he hadn't even been gone probably 2 weeks from my house, and a woman answered his phone and asked me, what do I want? They eating dinner? Girl, you been around. You ain't new. You didn't just meet him. Because he's still coming to pick up his clothes from here. And what you don't know is he's in my email every day because he can't call me begging to come back home. But thank you, because you gave me my golden ticket, because I told him, the moment you put yourself inside somebody else, you release me from this marriage. That's all I'm waiting on. That's it. I'm just waiting on you to do, and I know you did it, but I'm waiting for God, because I dream. So I'm dreaming about you when I already knew what was up. You get off work at 5, you not getting home till 9:30, babe. You didn't go sit at your mama's house till 9:30. You came home and clothes you didn't even leave the house in. You left the house in a Cisco outfit. You didn't come back in that. Where you changing? Where is you keeping these clothes? You said married 21 years, divorced 1.5, was planning tonight, and the father blocked it. Baby, you better be happy. Listen. Listen. Be happy when he do. And I know how it feels when you have been bound and trapped and you can't express your love the way you want to, and you can't be touched the way you want to be touched, and you're married. That is one of the worst feelings in the world, to not be able to share yourself with the person that you are locked down with. In Jesus' name, a pleasure and the right kind to ask God. Thank you. But yeah, God stepped right on in so you can see. I don't know if you was in here for everybody else's testimonies, but baby, they been serious about what happened to them when they went on and stepped out of what God didn't want them to be in, or stepped into it. It's real life changing situations here. Trying to tell you. See, this is the thing. Now do you see why you can't be scared to tell what really happened? Because it's somebody that's about to go through it. It's somebody that is about to. I feel the power got on my leg. It's somebody that's about to. I said it today. Was you in here earlier? Was you in here in the beginning of the class, or you just got in right now? Because literally when we started talking about this, I said it's somebody that's thinking about doing it right now. You said I was, and I was eating humble pie just listening. Okay, I'll be right back. So, see how God do? I'm trying to tell you, and this is why I will not be scared to tell about my failures, because I also get to tell about my triumphs. If I was acting like I didn't, then I can't help nobody else. Miss Glenda coming in here, telling us her story. Nikwa, Keish, everybody that came in and told her to Miss Rose, everybody that came in and told us our story, y'all helped somebody today. You can tell what being in sin did to your life, so you can save somebody else's soul. But if you ashamed to tell who you used to be, God can't use you. I'm not there now. That's all that mattered. You said, right, I'm happy now, but I wasn't always. Exactly. And people like, oh, honey, I never did nothing. Oh, okay, well, God saved me from me, babe. He didn't have to save the world. He didn't have to save CERCA from the world. He had to save the world from CERCA, honey, because I was, listen, here. I didn't need no help in trying to run away and find, I didn't need no help. He saved me from myself. You said God saved me from me too, and jail and hell. Jail and hell so far. I don't care. People like, I wouldn't get up there until that. So what? I'm trying to help somebody not go down the road I went. It's a detour down there, and you don't know. It might be a big hole, a crevice down there that you fall in, and you might not ever get out. I wouldn't go down that road if I was you. You said he saved me from death of my own grave. I'm trying to tell you. You said I almost signed up for a free scholarship straight to hell. Baby, listen, I went and seen what they was talking about. I went to the what you call it? I went to the timeshare a few times and listened to they little spiel and got my few days to check it out and see how it was gonna be. Matter of fact, I used the timeshare a few times. And every time I went there, it just started not to look like it did on the brochure. I think the salesman got mixed up in the place that he was selling me the timeshare. Because it was other people that was going to be in hell with me. You hear me? I'm not sharing no time with you in hell. No, thank you. No, I don't want to go in on your timeshare. Have you seen what's going to be over there? I don't want no parts of it. Because y'all sitting together. So you purchasing a whole timeshare in hell. You said it. Now you talking about my past. Uh-oh. Y'all was purchasing a timeshare together. Y'all remember what we read? About some of the people that get caught in adultery, what's going to happen to them? If they don't repent before they get up out of here, you remember? They going to be hanging there together. And since they like that, is it Sagittarius? What's the one that's a 6 and a 9 mixed together? What's that zodiac sign? I don't know which one it is. Ain't one of the zodiac signs like a 69 or something? Am I wrong? Is it? Is it? It kind of looked like a 6 and a 9. It's Virgo, Capricorn. None of y'all don't know. Pisces is 2 fish. It's Cancer. Yep, it's Cancer. You said it. Yep, it's Cancer. It's Cancer. So literally, for the people that go to hell for adultery, the woman is gonna be hot, hung by her hair and roasted, and the man is gonna be hung by his feet and roasted, but with his head in a pot of tar. So she hanging by her ponytail like this, being roasted, and he's hanging by his feet. But they right there together like this. In hell, right next to each other. Yeah, Trina. We just read that recently. In the Testament, I think it's the Apocalypse of Peter. Read the Apocalypse of Peter. I think it was the Apocalypse of Peter? The Apocalypse of Peter, babe. Read it for yourself. The Apocalypse of Peter. I'll be right back. The Apocalypse of Peter, huh? Sure is. I said, oh no, I'm good. Y'all know what this is an example of? Who want to know what this is an example of? These testimonies that came forth, as they say in church today. You want to know what these are? This is a testament of, an example of. What the devil meant for your bad, God turned it around for your good. And now you can grow something else or prune another person so that they don't grow things on their vine that ain't supposed to be there, that's going to kill the whole plant. Just think if y'all was scared. We have somebody here that was about to get themselves in a situation and God canceled it. But also let them be in class so they can know, no, this is what's waiting on you too. It could be a number of one of these things. Too much oil in my vessel. And it's getting, listen. This is why you can't be scared to tell your testimony and don't worry about what nobody thinks, because it's helping somebody. Even if it's only one body, it's helping somebody. They gonna be able to go a little bit longer without trying to tempt God and see what he gonna do. My mommy tell me, you tell all your business. It's helping people too. I ain't ashamed because I'm not doing it anymore. I wasn't ashamed when I was doing it. How many of y'all was ashamed when you was doing your sin? You wasn't. So why do I have to be ashamed now when God has taken me out of it? My daughter said the same thing. You be telling all our business. Listen, I love it here, y'all. Is the truth. Sit, Nisi, listen. Nothing to hide and telling us. Right. You wasn't in no shame when you was kicking it, and doing whatever you thought you was bad enough and big enough to do. He loved me just that much. Reached back for that one. I'm trying to tell you, definitely not ashamed. And I feel lighter too. Come on. You want to be ashamed to tell what God brought you out of, but when you was in your sin, you was telling everybody. Everybody knew. Like, nah. I sure wasn't. I was plotting and planning to do it. Come on. And helping people, with your plan. Having people help you, teaching them how to see and stop. I wasn't ashamed. I even had a saying that I can't hide from God, so why would I hide what I'm doing from man? Come on. Come on. Look, this the thing. People say, oh, you shouldn't say that. It's my testimony. I know, but you shouldn't say that. Well, you don't say it. You shamed. I wasn't shamed when I was doing big enough and bad enough. So I'm not going to be ashamed to say what God took me out of. I don't care what you think. Because you can't put me into heaven. Please. Everybody knew I wasn't married when I had a boyfriend. I didn't hide that. I paraded him around proudly. And I was in fornication. Took him to every event, honey. We was taking pictures in the whole nine. So, no. The story of how he loosed me from claiming a wife. Listen, this is the thing. I'm not hiding what God did for me. And if you don't want to hear it, go away. Claiming your wife. Got it. I knew exactly what we were doing behind closed doors. Come on. Come on. You can't make me be ashamed because God washed whatever he'll wash. He forgave me one. And I'm not consistently doing those things, so I don't have to feel that shame no more. Memorialized my first husband last month. Interesting. I was scared lightning was going to come down any minute, but I still did it, so you wasn't scared. Because if you scared of something, you ain't even going to touch it. You scared of snakes? You scared of snakes? Oh, okay. So if a snake crawled up in here in your house, you gonna touch it, or you gonna call somebody to come get it? Right, right. When you scared of something, you don't go nowhere near it. Right, me too. So anything like a snake, I'm not going nowhere near no snake. Baby, you can I don't care. Listen, you said if a kids is in it. I'm saying though, if your kids ain't in there and it's just you, or if it's a snake in your yard and your kids are not there, you just not gonna walk up and touch no snake. You gonna try to throw something at it, make it go away. He said, but what if she don't have no hair and he doesn't have feet? Oh, you will in heaven. I wasn't scared. Sneaky Lincoln God gave me a rush. Thank God for change. Come on. Exactly. You said you gonna be running. You ain't throwing nothing. Oh, okay. And that's how God want us to do from sin, because it's scarier than a snake. Sin is scarier than a snake. More dangerous than a venomous snake too. Anyway, I just wanted to read this part to y'all. Then I'm about to get off of here, because we've been on here forever and ever, all day today. Can y'all go back to Jeremiah chapter 14 real quick? I just want to read a couple more things, and then we gon' this main part I didn't even get to read it today. Jeremiah 14 verse 13. Hey, Jeremiah 14 verse 13 real quick, y'all, NIV, because this is a part I didn't get to read that I wanted to read. That's the whole reason I got back on here. Then I was going to get off, but as you can see how our classes go, we've been on here pretty much all day since like 12 o'clock. Y'all over there? Can I tell y'all something though? I do be happy when we have classes like this, because they're beneficial. And no, our class ain't normal church like classes and all of that, normal Bible study. But people learn a lot of things over here. And even though it goes back to the biblical, you still got to learn how to live in duality. And not double minded, but your spirit and flesh. So you need to learn how to live in both. Not give into your flesh, how to control your flesh. And so you can't just ignore the flesh. You have to learn to subject the flesh. You have to put your flesh under control. And so then you have to learn the spiritual things in order to be able to do so. So when people only want to talk about the spiritual part, you're in the flesh all day. You're not just always in the spirit. You're in the flesh 24 hours a day. You said, I'm not a regular, but I had a feeling you were on. I needed this. You're welcome, Autumn. I'm happy you came to class, Pumpkin. God know what we need when we need it. That's why when people used to try to control my classes, don't try to control my class. Because God is going to take this class, even when I be just telling stories about my life. It might be somebody in here that ain't, they're just watching from the outside. And God will put a memory about a story in my mind. And I go off on a whole nother way. And I didn't say it. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. Because it's somebody that's watching on the outside that needed to hear it. They ask a question, or God pricked their mind earlier, and then they come across this lady's live, and she's talking about exactly what it is that they are going through right now. And then they leave out, and then we flip back to what we was talking to. Like, God knows. He knew the young lady was going to be, he knows. And so if I just stick to this one thing, we can't get to it's a lot of subjects sometimes they need. These classes today been all over the place. But every time, You said you helped me through these stories. Listen. And other people's, right? I love this class so much. I take my AirPods to work so I can listen so I don't miss class. That makes me excited. This is the thing. You're never too old to learn. And sometimes people are questioning God, trying to figure out why things have happened in their life, and nobody can answer the questions. And then you come across this live where we talking about God, where we talk about the rest of the stuff too, and now all of a sudden everything in your life makes sense. For real, sometimes I need answers to questions about life scenarios. Exactly. And that's why I used to be frustrated in church, because they couldn't give them to me. Because they wasn't even allowed to talk about the stuff we talk about. Oh, you just don't commit fornication. Oh, you just don't put yourself in that situation. Well, what if I do? What if I already did? Oh, they couldn't never give me the tools to stay out of sin. They just told me how sin was sin and it was wrong. But you didn't give me the tools to stay out, to stay away from it. I'm always in and out of class because all the babies I keep. But I've been in and out all day. Come on now. You telling me it's a sin, but you're not telling me how to stay out of it. You telling me to devote myself to God, but you don't tell me what that means. What does devoting myself to God mean? What does giving myself to God mean? And He ain't here physically. Like, they don't think about that. And so then you just lead a person with, well, how do I devote myself to God? Or how do I, fall in love with God? Or how do I do that? Thank you, QQ. People they just want to preach the word to you. Well, I need some life practical skills, please. That's what I need. What do I do? Just tell them no. Sometimes that ain't. I mean, I'm just saying. That's why I told God, if you allow me to teach the word, I want to be able to teach about everything, not just what they say is okay. Because people learn to mask their sin. This is how we find out pastors and bishops be having whole relationships, other families, and all kinds of secrets come out. Because you can mask your sin. I don't want to mask my sin. I want it to go away. And so thank you, QQ. If I don't, is it Greg? I'm sorry. Thank you, Greg. If I don't talk about it, if I don't deal with it and actually address it, then one, the devil gets to fight me with it, because he gets to make me feel guilt and grief and shame. Okay? But he said confess those things. Right? Confess. Good. It's good that you confessing, and then God can help you. But as long as you act like it's not an issue or you're hiding it, God can't do nothing with that, because you're going to stay over there. You said, I want mine to go away. But you keep putting him out and calling him back. I know, baby. We all been there. You are not the only one. You won't be the first. You're not the first. And you won't be the last. I'm trying to tell you. And that don't even have to be in a relationship. That could be anything. That's not like washing up and just spraying. You said that's like not washing up and just spraying perfume. It's going to get even more funky. Come on now. Go in the bathroom and turn the water on and don't get in it. I know some folks. I know some people that used to do exactly that. They'll go in the bathroom, turn the water on, be in there, and get out dry. And just change their clothes. Probably sit on the toilet. Like, I don't know, but you wasting water. You wasting water. You hear me? Don't be ashamed of where God brought you from, because He didn't have to bring you from there. He could have left you there. He could have let you die there, and that would be the memory that people have of you living and dying in your sin. You said you shared a story about the flickering lights, and it helped me avoid something, baby. Today has been such a heavy day for me. I needed this so much. I thank you, Dean. You're welcome. This is the thing, y'all. We all live in life and experience in life, and it sucks to have to go through life thinking you're the only person that went through it. But when you realize that other people made that mistakes and some of the same things happened to them, it changed your view. Like, okay, well, if they changed, I could change too. Oh my God, I can't believe you used to do that. I did. Like one of my nieces came in here last week and was like, auntie, you used to be in the streets. Yeah, babe, loved it too. Till he kept trying to kill me. Sure did. Yeah. See, you didn't even realize that God used to have me out here, baby. Yes, God will clean you up. He sure will. He said he'll make you a new creature. That's my prayer every night. He didn't leave me in my ish. I'm trying to tell you, I'm grateful. So I ain't where I used to be. I ain't doing the stuff I used to do. I ain't thinking like I used to think. I might not be where he want me to be completely, but baby, I'm even with the sadness that I felt, the despair, I don't feel none of that no more. And I'm grateful for it. I'm not saying I don't have sad moments, but living in hell in my mind, in my emotions, in my house, it is peace in my house. It is joy in my house. There is no confusion in my house. There is no strife in my house. And yeah, I might be in here by myself, but baby, I am not living. You see my face right now? You see my face right now? Alone, not lonely. Right. This is when I was married. Never a smile on my face. You seen it. Y'all seen it? I was miserable. I couldn't even smile. Ugh. Jesus, I was so sad. Mm, 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 mm. Miserable. This is when I made up in my mind I was done. And I said, God, if you let me out, I'm leaving. You see the date? December 7th. You see a little bit of life came back into my face? You see it? This is when I had gave my marriage to God, and instantly My face was brighter. I started gaining weight. I said, God, let him do whatever he want to do. This was a month before I asked him to leave my house. But I had made it up in my mind. I'm not doing this no more. You're not going to stress me out. I'm not doing it. I'm not. You go on. You do whatever make you happy, because I'm about to. He'll give you beauty for ashes. He will. And girl. Sad, baby. I was, ooh. Nope, you can keep all of that, baby. I don't want no parts of it. I was the walking dead in real life. I was the walking dead. I was dead. I used to tell him I'm dying on the inside. You don't even know it. I can't smile no more. I don't wake up happy anymore. I don't wake up cheerful anymore. I can't. Like, I said, you want to kill everything in me, but I'm not going to let you do that. You're not going to keep sucking all the life out of me. Your life getting better, my life getting worse. Baby, something ain't right here. The math ain't mathing. When it's two that come together, it's supposed to be better, not worse. First time I went back to Texas, he came and got me 2 to 3 months. Second, almost 2 years, and was refusing to come back. Listen. That's why when I told y'all my ex-husband had called me and he said, do we want to try again? I said, nigga, you asking me to go die? You want me to die? I said, I equate coming back to you with death. Death to my ministry, death to my joy, death to my happiness, death to my productivity. No. My skin was literally gray. You hear me? Yeah. I equate going back to that marriage with death. It's the same to me. It's equal. Because anything that I tried to do, he tried to kill it. Oh, that's like the lesson you gave yesterday. Once he saved you, don't go back to it. You hear me? Yeah. No, I didn't sign an agreement with death. Listen, this is the thing. And I tell people, my ex-husband, before he ever met me, before we ever knew each other, when he divorced his first wife, okay, when they got divorced, I didn't know them. I didn't know nothing about them. He kept praying, and because my ex-husband was an assistant pastor. This ain't no, I mean, I didn't know him when he was a pastor. I couldn't believe it. Because when I met him, he was in a completely different place. But, oh, your first did. Oh, okay. Right. Okay. So, he asked God for a second chance at being a good husband. I just so happen to be the person that God put in his way. Because God gives people second chances. So if you say, I messed up in my first marriage, but God, if you give me another chance and let me prove to you that I'm going to be good, should not God give you another chance? Even though he know you gonna mess it up. You said right. The test was given and he did the same thing again. Exactly. So God is not going to trap me if he didn't keep his word to God. I get to get out. And which I did. Oh, shoot. Hold on, y'all. My allergies is acting crazy. He made a promise to God, and somebody had to be able to be the wife for him to fulfill it. He didn't keep his promise. You got to remember that once you repent, God throws what you did in the sea of forgetfulness and gives you another chance. You see what I'm saying? And so in order for him to be able to be a good husband and to keep his word to God, it had to be another wife. But once God knew that he wasn't going to keep his... Why would God trap me when I wasn't the one trying to mess up my marriage? I had never been married before, so I was working on my marriage like crazy because I didn't really... But that's why I waited. So I didn't get married till I was 36. And had plenty of opportunities to get married and was like, because I believe in marriage and I don't want to get divorced and I'm not going through that stupid stuff. So I'm just not going to be married until I'm serious or until I feel like a person is serious. Well, because he had been married before, and when we sat down and talked about what went wrong in his first marriage, I assumed that he learned. Now, did he treat me the way he treated her? Hell no, because I wasn't going for it. And I believe she even had a conversation with him about it. Well, we two different people. One. And two, why would God make me continue to suffer when I'm trying to do right? That don't make no sense. I value marriage. He don't value marriage. I value my spouse. He don't. So should I have to be made to stay unhappy because he don't value God's word or whatever? No. I'm trying to keep God's word. He trying to break it every time he can think about it. I understand relationship. He don't. He's still damn near 17 maybe in his mind when it comes to relationships. Whatever you did when your spouse pissed you off between 7 and 22, that's the stuff this man was still on at 48, 47. Boy, please. You was not about to play Russian roulette with my life because you're not in control of your emotions. Because, baby, you piss me off and disappoint me every day. That ain't making me run and go get in a nigga face. Because first of all, I made this vow to God first before I made it to you. God had me holding myself. We didn't sleep together until 2 years after we was married. We tried to, and it wouldn't even work. God said, I said no until you married. We tried. It wouldn't even work. Soon as we got married, it was no problems. You heard me? He was like, this is crazy. This has not ever happened to me. I said, yeah, I know why it's happening. I know exactly why. Because we was about to get married in like 3 days. He like, we already got our marriage license. We might as well. I'm like, you're right. We can. God said, no, you don't. It didn't even work. He was like, I'm so embarrassed. I said, yeah, this is weird. And we about to be married. God said, but you not. You not. Soon as we got married, get away from me. Go. No. The hell? Go sit down somewhere. Go take a cold shower or something. What is wrong with you? Yeah. So when I tell you God has walked, that's why people like, who is your pastor, baby? Listen. The pastor wasn't God, I know why stuff is happening. I know exactly why this happened. And y'all know too. So we just went on and waited the 3 days. And we didn't have no problems after that. Because God didn't want even though we not married, he didn't want our relationship to start in lust. We was friends for 2 years. We dated for 6 weeks and got married. We went on our first date February 8th and we was married early April. This is the same man that told me I ain't never waited 2 years to sleep with nobody. I said, you never met nobody like me either. What does that mean? You got 24 months for sure. If you stick around for 24 months, I might think about it. And that's why I was like, I'm not doing nothing with nobody. We met in April of 14. We got married in April of 16. We met like April 15th or something in 2014, and we was married early April 2016. And he said, oh, I know you're not going to cheat because you won't even let me hug you. You right. You don't need to be, you ain't my boyfriend or excuse me. When we was friends, you ain't about to be pressing your body up against mine, nigga. What's up? I shake his hand. He said, man, you crazy. You ain't even going to give a nigga, can't even get a hug. I said, bye. And for 2 years, every time he tried to hug me, he got if it was a hug, it was a side church hug. The one you give to your boss when they tell you good job. That one. He'll tell you himself. He used to tell everybody. He said, man, she wouldn't even let me hug her. She wouldn't even let me hold her hand. What is you touching me for? I don't belong to you. You have to be pressing your body up against mine. No. For what? You mean. And that's why you trying to marry me. Some people appreciate the chance more than the actual person. I'm going to tell you what it was. People would tell you what they feel about you out their mouth. He used to tell me, and he is not the first person that I dated that told me this, you're the strongest woman I ever met. So they be trying to break me. Did L. He told my kids, I be trying to break your mom down. She's too strong. I be trying to get over on your mama, and I can't. Like, I used to just be like, you really said that out loud, out your mouth. You sound crazy. Why in the world would you be trying to break your spouse down, who is your support system? If I'm broken, I can't be a helpmeet to you. I won't have nothing to give you if I'm broken. I can't heal your pains if I'm already broke. So you just go chopping down the base of your own house? Girl. And that's why I'm single. Because I'm not gonna act like I don't know nothing. I'm not gonna act like I don't know how to do nothing. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna rush to be the man, but if you don't know how, I'm not gonna not let stuff get away because you don't know. I'm not gonna let our house fall apart or let the water just keep running in the house because you don't know how to turn off the water. I know how to turn off the water. I'm not gonna let the engine blow in our car because you don't know what knocking sound like that the car ain't got no oil in it. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go get some oil because you act like you can't hear it. You took get in the car, turn the music up, so you can't hear the knocking. So then when the engine blow, you gonna act like it came out of nowhere. I don't wait until the problem happens to try to solve it. Sometimes you can see it coming. He was the type, he ain't gonna deal with it until he's forced to. I don't got time for that. I'm trying to take care of it before it get here. He waited until it was always too late to try to fix it, like he did with our marriage. I tried to fix it beforehand and tried to go get counseling and tried to introduce him to men that was faithful to their wives and that took care of their families and all of that. He would never talk to them. He kept listening to the homeboys that lost all their wives. He took advice from the men that wives won't even answer their phone calls. They might be still married, but the wife that moved halfway across the country and she just ain't gonna divorce him because she want his pension or whatever else. Like, these are the people you taking advice from your uncles who been cheating on their wife the whole time they married to him. Oh, I know they got a good relationship. They been together for. Didn't you just tell me this nigga was cheating on her and she got a boyfriend too? And this is the marriage you aspire to have? One that is full of infidelity and betrayal and trust being broken? That's the type of relationship you looking at just because they stayed together a long time? But then I found out pretty much everybody around him lived in infidelity and in adultery. So no, you don't think it's nothing different. And they will encourage you to do it because they in it too. I'm not going to hell for you. And I would tell him, why you don't talk to people that don't have infidelity or that are not still 30 years later, 40 years later, dealing with infidelity? Why don't you talk to people that are not in the situations that you see? You don't never want to hear from them people. The only people you want to talk to is people that have messed up marriages. Well, how can our marriage be successful if you're only getting information from people that ruin their marriages? And they're trying to help you ruin yours because they don't have theirs anymore. Crazy. Oh, I don't want to hear that. Well, that's why you lost your second wife. Maybe if you quit listening to your friends and listen to your spouse, you'll have a successful marriage. But until you do that and your friends' words ain't more important than your spouse's, you're going to continue to get married and get divorced, sir. Because the Bible say when you get married, you leave all that. You leave your friends, you leave your parents. Everybody's opinions don't matter. It's you and your spouse. What your mama got to say don't got nothing to do. What your daddy got to say don't got, unless they giving you the right information, you shouldn't even be listening. Okay, let me ask you a question. Would you take advice from a person that is not That's why I'm careful who I'm around, and my hubby doesn't fool with anyone anymore. I'm trying to tell you, sis, because people will have you, they'll be throwing monkey wrenches in your stuff because they see that it has the potential to be amazing, and they ain't never had it. And they'll tear it up. Yeah. Girl, listen. I value marriage because I value covenant. But I valued that before I got married, hear me, because I'm not saying all the time, but right before I got married, I told y'all, God said, if you can't be a good wife to me, you're not going to be able to be a good wife to no man. If you can't keep yourself for me, you're not going to be able to keep yourself for no man. Because your husband is not always going to be around you. You see what I'm saying? Some people say they want to be married, but really they just want to hold on to you. Ooh, wait. So nobody else can marry you. Girl! That nigga said we gonna be together for 15 years. I said, boy. I'm literally watching myself die in the mirror every day. No, death don't excite me. I want to live and thrive, babe. And you sucking the life out of me. I gotta go. I didn't just up and leave either. I waited until God gave me the confirmation that I could leave, and when he did, I did not waste no time. You know how people be going through divorces for 10 years? Oh, heck, you is not about to hold up my happy. Nuh-uh. You got however much time they say to take for these papers to go through the courts. I don't care if you don't show up. I don't care. I'm pushing no. God let me out, baby. I baby was running like the road runner. He said, I did not think you was going to divorce me. I said, I know, because you're not a man of your word, but I'm a woman of my word. So that's why you should have believed that I would. We literally lived and learned and still learning every day. I'm trying to tell you. I will run you over. Move out my way. I'll bust a hole in this wall to get away from you. Because this is the thing, when God has been good to you and he showed you his best, it's hard to take man's worst. It's hard to take them throwing you their scraps, and God is giving you his best. God is loyal to me, whether I'm loyal to him or not. He's loyal to me. And him being loyal to me has taught me loyalty. You heard me? Because when you deal with people that are not loyal, you become a person that's not loyal. When you deal with people that are always betraying people, then that seeps into your spirit. But once you back up from them kind of people and you start asking God how he wants you to be, then things change. There might have been people you hung out with that was always drunk. And maybe when you start hanging out with them, you didn't drink every day. But once you started being around there and going and sitting on the front porch with them, you found yourself cracking a beer or taking a shot every day. And you never did that before. And before you know it, it go from 1 shot to 10. Before you know it, you got alcohol bottles under your seat. Before you know it, you can't go to work without putting some in your coffee. All of this started you see what I'm saying? Now you understand why. If you've ever heard me say, if I know you cheat on your husband or your wife, I'm not going to be around you. If I know you steal, I'm not going to be around you. It ain't that I'm knocking you for what you do. I don't want that rubbing off on me. It's not saying I can't come chop it up with you, but I'm not just going to be sitting here with you all day. Because either I'm going to influence you or you going to influence me. But if you don't have first of all, misery loves company. Well, let's just say that. And then on top of that, if you don't see no problem with nothing you doing, you will call me crazy because I don't want to ruin my life like you ruining yours. And you'll try to make me feel bad because I won't partake in the things that you're doing to ruin your life. You don't think I had homegirls that was like, girl, please. Because you already know such and such a. I said, I know, but that don't have nothing to do with it. This ain't between me and him. This is between me and God, what I do. And that's even now. If I turn this camera off, y'all don't know if a man come to my door or not. But you know who do know? Guess who know? And that's all that matter. That's all that matter. It don't matter if y'all don't never see it. He see it all. And I think you go through phases where as long as don't nobody at the church see you, you fine. Right? But God can still see you. And then you feel like as long as don't nobody see them creep into your house, you fine. But God can still see you. He says everything that's done in the dark is going to come to the light. So you're not hiding anything. And it's going to be exposed at the wrong time. No, I'm going to just stay over here. He see everything you think you're taking to the grave. Baby, listen. Girl. And that's why I be like, it ain't worth it. I can do whatever I want to. My kids is grown. Ain't nobody in here but me. I can be on every dating site, meeting up, going, getting flued out. I can do a lot of it. You know what I do? I sit in this freaking house every day. I don't even go to the mall or really get dressed up, baby, because I don't even want to attract nobody over here. Would I like to be with somebody? Sure. Do I do the things to attract people? Hell no. I get on the World Wide Web in a robe and a tank top and some sweats, pajama pants every day. Y'all very rarely see me in full clothes. I could change this around where I'm standing up like all the people that's selling the clothes, where you can see my full body every day. Most times, the most of y'all, my body y'all see is waist up. Unless I stand in this chair and show you what I got on just because I put some clothes on today. Most times, this is what y'all see of me. Right? It be about right here. And normally it's my robe. Right? I might have a little tank top on and that's not trying to be cute. That's because I be sweating my armpits out. I know what to do to attract what I want to see. I know what to do. We all do. But what is what I'm attracting? What's coming with it? Disappointment? Whatever. No. And I'm not saying that it can only be that part. But if God wants somebody to find me, I'll walk out to my car and a nigga be out there. Or go in the grocery store and he gon'. You hear me? If God want me to meet him, I will. I ain't got to go trying to advertise or do nothing. I'll find it. Or he'll find me. We'll see each other. I don't know how that's going to happen, though, even though I'll be in the house all day. But it could. It could. Excuse me. Anyway, let's get to this. I'm about to go. All right. Here we go. Yeah. He said, but I said, alas, sovereign Lord, the prophets keep telling them. Wait a minute. Let's go back. Let's go back to 11. 14 and 11, y'all. It says, then the Lord said to me, do not pray for the well-being of these people. Although they fast, I will not listen to their cry. Though they offer burnt offerings and grain offerings, I won't accept them. I will not accept them. Instead, I will destroy them with the sword, the famine, and plague. I'm sorry, sword, famine, and plague. Excuse me. Are those the things that are coming right now for the whole world? It won't be swords, it'll be bullets 9 times out of 10, or bombs, but still metal pieces. Is this what's coming for us? Famine is coming. Famine is here. Pestilence is here. Plagues is here. Right? Oh, excuse me. I ate some red pepper. Okay. He said, but I said, alas, sovereign Lord, the prophets keep telling them, you will not see the sword or suffer famine. Indeed, I will give you lasting peace in this place. Can I ask y'all a question? Is the prophet still saying that right now? Are they? They telling Christians, you're not going to see the famine, you're not going to see the plagues, and you're not going to see the sword. Is that what God said? He said some of you going to be taken prisoner. There's going to be some of y'all going to die by the famine, and some of y'all going to die by the sickness that's on the earth. He said, but take courage. Some of y'all going to run up into the hills and be living in caves, but you will see me come back. But the pastors now and the bishops now are telling people they're not going to see none of that, right? Ain't that what they told them? I know they did, because I used to tell people that. I ain't going to be here for that. God said, yeah, you didn't read. You listening to what they said, but you didn't read. And once I read, I said, wait a minute, why is they lying to us? We is going to be here for this. Because scripture said we will. Scary. Okay. It says, then the Lord said to me, the prophets are prophesying lies in my name. So the prophets in the days of Jeremiah, even though God said he was bringing famine, sword, and plague, the prophets was lying and telling the people that you about to live in peace. It ain't going to be no drama. Ain't no famine coming to you. We about to live luxuriously. Okay? So even in Jeremiah's time, the prophets was prophesying. Can I ask y'all a question? Did I start talking about when I first came on here wasn't going to be no food? Did I tell y'all some of us, we going to be unalive? I told y'all the story about how I told my kids, if the people come, when they was little, under 5, under 3, and the bad people come, you tell them you want to go with Jesus. You don't want no mark. You don't want to eat. You want to go with Jesus. Have I sugarcoated anything of what I believe God said since I talked to y'all? Do we talk about the ugly? I didn't say, ooh, go on and get that big old house. I said you probably don't want to. Because God said an economic crash is coming, so you'll want to prepare for that. I've been telling my kids the same thing. Listen. I said, please don't spend all your money because hey, yes, because I taught that to my kids because of what you said, right? But that's because they've been taught that it ain't gonna be no babies in hell. Do you believe that? Who believes there's not gonna be no kids in hell? Or whose church taught you that kids under the age of 12 can't go to hell? Hey, Keish. I was taught people under 12 can't go to hell. That's what they taught us. Did I break this? No way. Rough tail. Oh, I didn't. Did I? Or do it just come out? Y'all, my raggedy tail ain't even had this cup of week and I think I broke it. Sorry, Queen. I'm still gonna use it. It just don't have the slide part. I need heavy duty stuff. This, I broke the lid. I just got this. I'm gonna try to glue it back. Or do it slide on? I done broke the damn thing. Oh, there it go. Oh, I don't know. How did I break it? I ain't did nothing. Oh, it just slide back in. It's a track there, I think. Wait a minute, girl. I think I broke that. I think I did. Or it's like, oh, I broke that side. I did break that side. Don't tell Queen. Don't tell her I broke it. Listen. Yeah, I was told that too. They lied to us. Here we go. It said, then the Lord said to me, the prophets are prophesying lies in my name. I have not sent them or appointed them or spoken to them. Can I ask y'all a question? And I'm not comparing myself to this. I'm just trying to show you something. I said, y'all, I believe the eggs is about to go bad. God told me we need to get eggs. You said, where Queen at? I'm telling the way you've been chopping throats tonight. Dang, I'm trying to help you. And you can see this one. I don't be fooling with people, Glenda. I told you how they do me. See, you're acting like the people now. I told you. I helped them get their life together. Then they be trying to ruin mine and get me in trouble. I'm going to need you to not. No, I'm just playing. She going to see this. She probably. Listen here. I'm just playing, sis. I love you. But look. I said, y'all, it ain't going to be no eggs. You need to get some eggs. What happened? What happened right after we started buying powdered eggs? That's because this is my backup page. You said it's on record and you know it. The eggs went bad, but also remember they just killed all the chickens because of the salmonella or whatever, the bird flu. Y'all remember? They unalived the chickens. God told us about the meat in like February, March, or March, April. So we all started buying all the canned goods with canned meat we could find. And by May or June, people was coming in here talking about the grocery stores was stinking or it wasn't no meat. And they was expensive too. Right. Right. It sucks being a prophet that has to tell people the bad stuff that's coming, but you be happy when you got to prepare somebody for what is coming. I could have got on here like a lot of other people and just said what people wanted to hear, but I didn't. And I'm not putting myself on no pedestal. I'm just saying, real prophets are going to tell you the ugly. Because they want you to be okay. You said meat is bad, it's turning brown while it's raw. So listen, my cousin just told me right now that right before I called y'all that she had some chicken that went bad overnight. She said it shouldn't have even went bad because it was whatever. She was like, it was sour in the morning. You hear me? A prophet wants you to be okay. Because they, sometimes God let them see a little bit further than you. So they can see the danger that's coming your way. So they tell you about it. No, you don't want to think about it, but the enemy is already on the way. So now you can prepare for the enemy or whatever it is showing up. You hear me? I could have got on here and talked about whatever. But I believed in my heart that God wanted us to prepare so we didn't have to take the mark. So what do? We prepare so we don't have to take the mark. You said that's true. It's been happening here too. Chicken be stinky. Interesting. You said even the cheese you just bought is stinky. Did we buy dehydrated cheese, Isabel? Did we learn how to wax cheese ourselves? God started teaching us how to wax cheese, and now y'all talking about a stinky cheese and stinky chicken. Yeah, me too. I didn't just start here. Believe me, I didn't just start here. I know. I say that just because we're here, but it didn't start with TikTok. It didn't. So I feel you, sis. Yeah. And smelling bread. Interesting. The bread is stinky too? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Interesting. All right. Did we talk about buying yeast so you can make your own, sis? People have become too dependent and not independent. We need to go back to times where we hunted and grew our food, right? We bought yeast because we knew that was coming, didn't we? That either the bread wasn't going to be no good or it wasn't going to be none. Moving on. It says these prophets are prophesying lies in my name. I have not sent them or appointed them or spoken to them. They are prophesying to you false visions, divinations, idolatries, and delusions of their own minds. Sound familiar? You said the Holy Spirit led me to this page. Not everybody is preparing people. I'm trying to tell you. And a lot of that is going on right now. Come on, I was scared of the milk a while back because it wasn't souring. And I knew it should have been. Interesting. Here we go. Therefore, this is what the Lord says about the prophets who are prophesying in my name. I did not send them. Yet they are saying, no sword or famine will touch this land. Ain't that what a lot of these Christians believe? Even though God said famine, disease, pestilence was, and the sword was coming to all the earth at the end times. People are saying right now that they don't believe that we in a tribulation. They don't believe that any of that stuff that's happening anywhere else is going to happen here. Oh, God is going to protect us. He literally said we about to be martyred for his name. Yeah, they it's just going on like they ain't read it in the book. Right, Keish? Okay. Those same prophets will perish by sword and by famine. So people get mad at me when I say pastors are setting their people up to take the mark of the beast because they're not telling them to prepare like God told Joseph when the famine was coming. But it literally says right here, they lying because God said famine, pestilence, and the sword is coming. And the prophet said, oh no, you don't have to worry about that. The great deception. Come on. He says to them same prophets is going to die by the same things I said that's coming because they are leading their my people away from what I said. Yep, and they going to have people mad as fire following behind them. Come on. Here we go. Whew. It says, and the people they are prophesying to will be thrown out into the streets of Jerusalem because of the famine and the sword. There will be no one to bury them, their wives, their sons, and their daughters. I will pour out on them the calamity they deserve. And I'm about to go. Y'all can read the rest of it. I feel like something is in it. That's what I was trying to get to earlier. But we didn't get a chance to get to it. We got to it right now at 1 o'clock in the morning. Lightweight, we almost been on here 12 hours because I got on at about 12:30 and it's 12:18 right now. I took about an hour and a half off, I think, to eat and came back. It's been a long day. And it started 3 hours before I got on here. So now do y'all see why I said it's scary to me? That these people is not telling their people to prepare, and God said famine and all of these things was coming. He not preparing them to be able to say, okay, well, I just want to go with Jesus. I'm going to die. They don't even think they're going to be here for that. Even though it's happening while they're alive right now. The sickness is about to happen because what do you think is going to happen when they stop covering people's medical care? So many people's losing their medical care. We talked about that. A lot of people were going to die from illnesses, and it was going to be because they couldn't get medical care. And when they can get it, they're going to have to sign up for that good old ID to get it. Right. I love y'all. I'm about to go. I'm about to get in my bed. I'm going to probably take a shower, and then I'm going to get in bed. It's been a long day. It's scary. You talk about this. Supposed to be leading people and don't believe what they been teaching in church. Listen, trying to tell you, they don't even believe the words they be reading in the Bible, girl. I thank you, Dean, from every part of my being. You're welcome. Exactly. I did a 10-hour shift and was still able to listen, excited, going to sleep extra happy. I love you, girl. I'm about to go to sleep too. I'm about to go take me a shower and get my snacks and get in the bed and let this TV watch me. Yeah, thank you. So I don't know if we're going to have an early class today because I got to get up and process vegetables. So we'll see. It'll probably be another afternoon class. Probably. Because I got... Oh, wait a minute. Is tomorrow Sunday or Saturday? Okay, I got some other stuff I got to do Saturday. I got to get packages and stuff ready to get them out. Yeah. Excuse me. I love y'all. I got to go.